The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste it. You ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. About mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weed soap game, had a game so it's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the main state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk. The game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus a mule and 8 acres. A lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence to move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep it straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dropping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, I beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tail, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supply. Random Uber man here to get away drive. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, 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 money.
Hard out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, fantasy football hustler? Back at ya, Waiver Wire Tuesday. Who's up in the chat? What up, Derek? Salute. Crispy, what up, homie? Devo was going down. All hail to the Viking Queen. What up, what up? Happy trees. Let's smoke it up. I got some Strange Haze, number 8. I'm going to try out a sativa in the AM. Let's get it. Philly Mike OG, what up, what up? Emil in the house. Shout out to Toronto. Let's see. Yeah, and Derek said, nice shirt, Huss. Yeah, trying to kill it with the Nightmare on Elm Street. If you guys didn't see our breakdown of Freddy versus Jason, go check that out because it was super dope. Been doing all Halloween movies, or at least all horror genre this month for October for the silver screen breakdowns. We've done Freddy versus Jason, we've done Child Play, and now we've done House of 1,000 Corpses. Yeah, and next one we're doing Scream. I cannot wait. One of the faves going down on Friday, like always. All right, Bogey's the top of the morning, beautiful people. The Evil Emperor will be on shortly. Philly Mike OG. How about Game 7 tonight? Go Phillies. Phillies Astros. Is this it's not the World Series, is it? It's still the Phillies Diamondbacks. Okay. Yeah, where are we at in the playoffs? I have not been paying attention like at all. Philly Mike OG said the Rangers won. The Rangers beat the Astros. Oh shit, son. Man, Astros seem like they've been in it for like, I don't know, what, 2016 or 17? Seems like they're in it every fucking week. All right. Let's do it to it, Lars. Here we go. Yeah, winner of Game 7 goes to the World Series. There we go. Diamondbacks versus Phillies. Man, that tastes good. Nice. Diva said Astros couldn't figure out a way to cheat this year. Fuck those guys. Man. I mean, I don't even care as much as I used to, but I wish the Padres would cheat. Try to win something. Like, man, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. What up, Dion? Dion in the house. And there goes Bogey. Bogey in the house.
I am Bogey, but I am also the evil emperor, Bill Bogard.
Crispy said, would you force a trade for Monty or Swift? McKinnon and Harris are my only real RBs. I have other non-factor RBs I could dump on them. I mean, if you're talking about like winning and next week being like when you need to win, I think you got to play it safe with Swift.
Yeah, because what sucks is the Lions actually play Monday night, so we could get a deal where like he's like we have to like weight it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't even know how serious his ribs were. Like, we knew it was enough to miss a game at least, right?
I mean, they said multiple weeks when it first came out. I mean, I know we're going to get different information as time goes on, but that was like the initial diagnosis is he's missing 2 to 3 weeks with the ribs.
Ribs.
And Philly Mike says, do the Vikings make a playoff run? No. Yeah. I mean, they could make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to win a game in the like it would really have to be some like I'm not going to say fluky shit, but like they would need to get real lucky with their defense. And I feel like we get spurts of their defense being good.
Well, they got Green. It's been what's crazy is like it's a streak right now. I think it's like the last 5 games now they've been like holding opponents to X amount of points. You know what I mean? Okay. Granted, you have Carolina in that mix.
Yeah.
You have but then there was the Chiefs held them to what 19 points, 17 points,
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. That's pretty good. So, it is. I mean, shit. Look at my Niners, bro. We looked like shit. And how much was that? Was that we were playing bad or the defense was good? It's a little bit of both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got Green Bay this week. The Vikings do.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
They also got who do they got after? I mean, I'm just saying I know they got Chicago coming up in a couple of weeks as well. Like they're, Minnesota, they could go on a little run here, but I think there's too many other teams that are vying for playoff spots in the NFC. Like,
nah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's gonna be shit. Like, we don't think Eagles and Cowboys. I mean, I think we all think those two are making it. 49ers. We'll say we think they're going to make it out of there. Lions, we think they're going to make it. And I guess where it gets, a little muddy is the South. So, I mean, that's 3 teams we all are like very confident, or 4 teams, I mean, that we're confident that are going to make it. And then we got a divisional.
I don't know about 4 teams in the NFC South.
No. I said Eagles, Cowboys, 49ers, Lions. 4 teams that I think we're all very confident.
My bad, because you said NFC South, and you said that I got confused.
No, I said the South is where it starts getting a little muddy because like, do they just produce the one?
The winner? Yeah, just the division winner probably.
Bucks are 3-3. Right there, right now. I mean, Vikings and Packers, 3-4 and 2-4. Seahawks 4-2. So it's like all those teams like right there. Yeah. Those are going to be the teams kind of fighting for the last like one division and then 2. 1 division spot and then 2 wild card spots.
What do you think of Washington? Okay, who do you think is more likely to go on a run, Washington or Minnesota?
I think because of the division, I'll say Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like Washington's another one of those teams to be like, man, they actually might get in. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're above 500 right now. So
no, they're not. They're 3-4.
Oh my bad. I thought there was 4-3. That's Atlanta.
Atlanta's 4-3 and the Seahawks are 4-2.
Okay, so the it was kind of a good comparison there. Vikings and Washington, they got the same record here.
Yeah.
Seahawks are 4-2, you said. And then there's the Rams 3-4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the NFC, let me rephrase that. The NFC is kind of wide open when it comes to that 7th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Like, even, I mean, I don't know. Like, even I feel like even the 6th and 7th, those are going to be kind of. I mean, 2 teams could sneak in there that we don't expect to. Like, how about that? Because it's so wide open.
Yeah, so like maybe the Vikings.
I mean, shit. What if the Bucks or the Saints somehow get in there? Like the Saints were like the favorite, for the division, and now the Falcons have kind of been handling biz. But Saints at 3-4 and the Bucks at 3-3.
And the Bucks, they got Buffalo this week.
Yeah,
like that's on a Thursday. Is it a case where Buffalo plays down the competition again, because that's kind of been their MO this year. You know what I mean?
They are at home. I mean, that's the one thing they got going for them.
Yeah, and I mean, shit, they barely beat the Giants in Westchester.
No,
is that what it is? It's west. It is West New York, though, right?
No, I thought it's like north.
It's like damn near Canada. You're right, but is it still Western New York?
I don't know. Not sure. Frank said, guy offered me Mike Evans for Gibbs. My other backs are White, Swift, Roshan. I'm just gonna hold.
Give him like White.
Yeah, because I feel like, especially White had a good game.
Had like a decent game. That's how you move right now. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be too heavy on the Bucks either. Just go ahead and give him White for Evans. See if you can get that off.
And also, like, don't let somebody, try to like buy low on Gibbs after he had like his big breakout game. And if he doesn't do that again, we should still like sell him like he's gonna do it again.
Yeah, I would say I still rather have Mike Evans than Jahmyr Gibbs, but I'm not selling. I would sell higher on Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a special case there, because people wanted Gibbs to be a thing so bad, and then now they think he might be the rest of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and as soon as Monty comes back, it's gonna be back to the same thing.
Yeah, even if it is closer to some type of 60-40, which wouldn't be far-fetched.
And Lucia said, what up? What do you think about Mixon rest of the season? I mean, he's coming off the bye. I mean, this week sucks. Like, you're going up against the Niners.
Yeah, and like
then the Bills after that. So, got some tough games. But,
Bills run defense might not be the greatest. Bills run defense is going to look good this week because they're going to play the Buccaneers, who don't really have a run game to speak of.
And Crispy said, oh, shit, Mixon's available on that forced trade, too. Yeah, I mean, it's just tough to steal one right before they're about to go up against the 49ers. Like, that's the tough part.
And, like, for what it's worth, Browns and the Vikings just showed everyone what Bogard's been saying for 3 years, for real. How long you been doing work with me? I've been saying that about my Niners. Like, man, it's our outside coverage that gets got.
2021.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's been the case since then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not the greatest against these outside receivers, for real. It's there's certain teams you just can't fuck with. Like, even Seattle right now, you can't really fuck with their secondary. You can't fuck with when you play the Saints, right? You can't fuck with their outside corners. But if you're starting a slot receiver against them, they're eating. They're giving up the most yards to slot receivers right now.
I think I would just snatch up Swifty before going up against the Commandos. Crispy is where I would go.
Mm-hmm.
What a B-dog.
Yep. Yeah, I thought we already said Swift already.
Happy Tree says, think Henry gets traded. They already moved Bayard, possible rebuild mode. Now, that's the thing. Yes, he could possibly get traded. I don't think that he does. And Bayard, come on, like, he's a little bit older.
He got moved for a pick swap and a younger safety. Is that not like a New England-esque thing? Even though I know it's Tennessee, but I'm just saying, like, he's Mike Vrabel. Like, you know what? We ain't finna pay you, Kevin. So we're gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. I'm gonna bring in a fucking youngster. You know what I mean? Because what is Edwards, or what's his name?
Edmonds, I think he's like 25 or 26.
Yeah, so he's younger.
He just got to his second contract.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's horrible or anything. I mean, he's okay.
He's just not what they're looking for, probably.
And they need more of a playmaker out there. Edmonds is like, he's solid, but he's not a huge playmaker. What up, stranger?
What up, stranger?
Derek said, facts has Monty came back and it was over for Gibbs again. Yeah, for sure. We just don't know how long he's going to be out, but we assume it's going to be less than the 4 weeks because they didn't throw him on IR.
One thing to note: pass catching running backs they've been faring well against the Ravens. It's kind of crazy because it's like number one options. And then pass catching running backs are okay, but they're just stopping everything on the ground. You know what I mean? Because they're looking at how it ended up: 9 receptions to Gibbs out of the backfield, and then fucking 20 targets to fucking St. Brown.
Yeah, there's only been 2 games where they've given up like top 12 numbers to running backs.
Running backs. What one was Zach Moss, right?
Yep.
And how many receptions did he have there? 4, 5?
It had to be something like that. I can't remember off top.
Yeah, because that one. I remember that one being Zach Moss because it was just it was really the big breakaway run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah. So and then what did Gibbs get? How many attempts on the ground? Fucking, and he had like
wasn't even a lot.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
It was like 11 or something like that.
Damn.
I mean, it's hard to run when you're fucking losing like as bad as they were. Yeah, he got 11 carries for 68 yards, and then one of them was at 20-plus yard. Okay. I
was gonna say, okay. So it came almost 40 yards of it came on. That was okay. That's what it was.
And fuck, I mean, it's really the 9 receptions for 58 yards. I mean, that's what made his game what it was.
Yeah, there's 11, 20 plus a tug, so he put up damn near a 30 burger, 27.
I don't know how often we can expect something like that. They're gonna have some bad games.
They're playing the Raiders.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, would they even need to throw it like that to Gibbs?
Yeah, but I mean, shit, maybe he can some work on the ground. I don't know. I don't trust it actually, but I still play him. If there's no Monty, you're playing Gibbs.
Yeah, for sure. Starting running back.
Yeah, it's the nature of the beast, right? Like, I mean,
Frank said, what about trying to get Gibbs for Thielen? Well, see, here's the thing. Like, no matter what, like, I know that there's some people who, if they're not getting a top player back from you, they're just not going to trade. Like, maybe that's not the right trade partner, for you. Like, go find someone like at the bottom of the barrel.
Where he's trying to buy Gibbs with Thielen.
No, he's trying to sell Gibbs for Thielen instead of Gibbs for whoever the hell it was, Mike Evans. And which I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I feel like we should always be trying to like trade our depth, like multiple depth pieces, like 2 to 4 depth pieces,
like Gibbs plus a few pieces, and maybe go after like Thielen plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, don't even go with Gibbs. Like he had we said he had Rashad White, and someone else or someone.
Yeah, that person's running back needy, and then you force the issue. Hey, man, listen, bro. You're about to come up. You need a running back, bro. You done picked up Thielen off the waiver anyway, bro. You know what I mean? Just start throwing all those things that are true out there because a lot of people think like that. Isn't that crazy?
And just remind people, whoever it is, Roshan's coming back. Roshan plus Rashad White is going to outscore Gibbs. Whether that's true or not, it sounds good. And most of the time that probably should be the case. But that's kind of how you just remind people you need more than one piece. One piece doesn't, help you as much as now these 2 pieces or these 3 pieces that you need to start. So you got to find the low end guys, the low end guys in your league.
A 2-piece was a good old 1-2. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The good old, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What did Mac Dre say? A stiff right. What you said? A right hand,
a stiff right and an overhand left.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a stiff left and an overhead right. Yeah, that's that good old some Doja and a mic.
Are my weapons of mass destruction, and detectives know not to ask me nothing.
Man, it's funny. I found this this one YouTube
I love
channel.
How you knew that too, and of course I slaughtered it first.
Man, I've listened to that Genie of the Lamp album, like, I don't know, seems like 1,000 times. Like hella driving hours, and like that was one of the ones in the rotation.
It was dope because I remember going to buy that shit with the homie because they had the 2 albums that came out the same day, the Ronald Reagan and the Genie of the Lamp.
What? They dropped on the same day?
Yep. Yeah. Because he actually started that little.
It's just wait a second. We'll get to your question. Don't worry.
Like instead of having like a double disc album that'll hit for like $20, right?
Yeah.
$24 sometimes back in the days, right? So now he dropped the album, both albums same day, but they're both like 12, 13 tracks each. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sure. And it's like, and then you were selling that motherfucker for like $16.99. It's still in one album. It's like double killing it.
Yeah. So I found this. I found it was something with It was like Mac Dre, what really happened to him, or like something like that. So it just kind of intrigued me. And a lot of the stuff was stuff that I already knew. But he's got more stuff about Mac Dre. He was talking about how Mac Dre and Diggs weren't even like as close as like Diggs is like trying to make it seem. I was curious about what, like, is that for real?
I will see.
Because I thought he was a part of the I thought he was a part of the what's it called, the Cutthroat Committee, but I guess he wasn't, right?
Well,
because that was PTSD and
okay, look at Cutthroat Committee was PSD, who ended up turning my bad, my girl's about to leave real quick. But yeah, PSD ended up turning to a rata.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? They all got RICO'd, and this is all after Mac Dre then died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mac Dre died 2004, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're about 29 years. I don't know, was it 19 years?
Yeah, I mean,
I make a 19 year because it was right before Halloween.
Next year is gonna be 20 years. That's fucking crazy.
So make a long story longer. The Romper Room Gang was what he was a part of.
Right, like he was a part of the
Romper Room Gang. Yeah, that was the real
whatever. The crew that made it on the American Gangster TV show.
Yeah, so they did. They had like they connected to a string of robberies. Like pizza parlors, banks, convenience stores, just the whole string of robberies, and this gang was tied to it. And when they all got swooped up, the story is that Mac Dre was just the youngster. He's rapping,
right?
He's part of the crew, but he's
not actually going on any of the missions.
He might not have been, not necessarily with the ones that they was popped for. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he kept it all the way a buck. Kept up funky and solid, didn't say nothing, you know what I mean? And then Diggs, who also Diggs was part of that group, and I think he was, real active with the shit, you know what I'm saying? He did 10 years behind it.
Right.
So like no matter what, if he didn't like the dude or not, you know what I'm saying? Or like
I'm not even saying
like them weren't as close as they were.
Yeah.
I think it was more so because when someone keeps it all the way funky like that, does a bid for 10 or a bid for 7, whatever, when you stand up, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you don't say nothing, you 10 toes down, bro. Like it's just
what Mac Dre do, 7 or 6 or
like 7. Yeah. 7, 5 or 7 or something like that. I forget. But yeah, you know what I mean? But just didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? There was other fools that started saying shit, you know what I mean, to get reduced time or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Mac Mall was one of the ones I heard it was kind of the same thing you're saying about Diggs, but with Mac Mall, because like supposedly Mac Mall never visited him not one time in the Pinta, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so he did a song called Mac Stabber, where he kind of like Mac Dre. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Check it out. But then they became cool after again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? What better way to make money off the dude, right?
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, I'm gonna sign you. Because they were all under Young Black Brother Records, right? And this is like a super legit, like musically super legit, right? Then like when they morphed to Thiz, it was like more, more keyboard based NPCs and before that was all instrumental shit, like actual instrumentations, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean shit, that's what in the late 80s and 90s,
early 90s.
Yeah,
yep, early 90s, yep, late 80s, early 90s. Motherfuckers is real, you know what I'm saying, real artists and shit like that coming out of the Bay, like Ralph, yeah.
And that's what's super crazy is like, because I didn't know nothing about Mac Dre until Little CS did a track with them, and
yeah, hell yeah.
Supposedly they met somewhere in the feds along their route,
yeah,
and yeah, they ended up really making a song together after.
That's dope. Cause see, and man, one thing that stays tried and true with Mac Dre is that like, he keeps it trill. So if he probably said, "Hey, we're gonna work," you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they get out and he gonna work.
That was his excuse, maybe, for coming to San Diego, right?
I mean, shit.
Knows how much he got paid for the feature.
Cop to work from the Migos. Hold on, I'll be right back.
And Sa Menace, and he said pick one out of Sutton, Watson, Deontay Johnson, Javonte Williams. And just remember, don't take any Tuesday answers as a final answer. I mean, I haven't even looked into all the way into the schedule or anything. But at first glance, feel like I'm leaning Deontay. at first glance here. Sutton versus the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, could be good. It could be bad. I guess it just depends on if Surtain is going to be covering him or what's his name, or Jerry Jeudy.
You mean Sneed?
Yeah. Who? Oh, yeah. I'm fucking high. Of course, Sutton and Surtain are on the same team. Yeah. Sneed. B-Dog. Start, bench, cut. Pancake, waffle, French toast. Pancake would get cut. Start and French toast. Bench and waffle. And Robert, what up, bro? Gibbs, Monty, Ridley for Jones, Pittman, Watson. Thoughts? I mean, you got to tell me what Jones and Watson we're talking about here. But I don't know. I don't like it because I don't like really anything on both sides of this. So it's I'm not making this move. 7-0. He says I like it. B-Dog, Evan Ingram, Dalton Schultz, rest of the season. Evan Ingram. Derek said, just like Bobby Shmurda, didn't snitch either and did the time. It happens. Yeah, the real ones. And, Derek said, I didn't know Mac Dre until you played him on the show. Yeah, for sure. I mean, because I know that there's nationwide, appeal or whatever, but, it's just one of those things. How much was he listened to on the East Coast? I have no idea. We'll ask Bogey if there was, any ties to East Coast cities and stuff. But yeah, really. I mean, I think it was California, Oregon, Vegas, AZ, and Hawaii. It was just that bunch of states where it seemed like everybody knew who he was. But and then Kansas City. I mean, obviously.
My bad. I had to take this phone call and shit.
All good. Yeah, see, Derek said he never heard about Mac Dre until we played him on the show. Where I know that, the West Coast and Hawaii and AZ and Kansas City, but is there any East Coast connections, places he was always doing shows or whatever?
No, he used to do Canada and or not Canada, Johannesburg was Alaska, okay. It was mainly for the Bay Area artists at that time, it was really about doing the clubs and the college tours, and then you'd have the summer jams and stuff like that, and these are all paid gigs, but you might have 40 dates in a month.
Oh shit! Okay, double tipping.
You're doing say I'm going to.
Because you could do maybe some kind of venue, and then an after hours fucking club or bar.
Exactly. And most of the time, the club venues is connected with promoters that are usually fucking with that college that you fucked with. You know what I mean? Yeah. You go do the show at the college for some, and usually a fraternity or somebody bringing you in. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they, you know what I'm saying? They selling tickets and whatnot, or you might just be for Mac Dre, it might be 2,000, 2,500 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, not nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? He go out there do
that's still not bad for coming in rocking an hour.
A 12, not even.
I mean, not even an hour, but maybe you're at the venue for an hour.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? You have then there was a little, because see, here's the thing is when that Get Stupid was out, it was in rotation in college radio stations like crazy. You know what I mean?
I mean, I never heard any Mac Dre on the radio until Get Stupid.
And that's what's crazy too, is when it got into rotation in SoCal, it was probably a year later after it was in rotation up north. So you can imagine he's just working his way down. You know what I mean?
Because it wasn't until Bakersfield year after he dies when that's in rotation, at least in San Diego, anyways.
Yeah, for real though. That was kind of crazy too, because the East Coast didn't really fuck with West Coast, the Bay Area like that. Outside of Biggie, Biggie fucked with the Bay, fucked with 40. He never did no music with 40, but he's famous for being in the Bay Area and getting hemmed up. His limo was getting hemmed up by some goons, and then somebody knocks on the window and then gives a fucking a phone, and it's E40 on the phone and shit. And he's like, "Hey, look, you know what I mean? I told him, You know what I mean? They're gonna make sure you straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? And because it could have went the other way if he was like, yo, because he's like, oh, I fuck with Sprinkle Me Duke. That's what he said to him. You know how they say Duke and shit?
Yeah.
He's like, I fuck with Sprinkle Me Duke. Because at the time, like Sprinkle Me is like see the Bay Area before Pac died, like we had a nationwide appeal. Yeah, Richie Rich, he was signed to Def Jam, he's out of Oakland. You had obviously had Tupac. I mean, even if he was like representing LA at the time, still though, it was like, he came up out of the Bay. You know what I mean? E40 and the Click, it had, they had nationwide joints. Like the Midwest and the South, they really fuck with the Yay and the West Coast, period. You know what I mean? But it took a while for the East Coast to start coming around, bro. Like Detroit really fucks with us, and that's like far Midwest, but like closer to East Coast type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Nick said at first glance, who would you play this week for the flex? London, Madison, Cooper, Palmer. London is like who I'm leaning right now versus the Titans.
Yeah.
On the road again, though.
Yep.
And Robert said, thank you. Was talking Christian Watson and Aaron Jones, but I'll hold Monty and Gibbs. I'll roll with it. Yeah, no need to make a big trade like that, especially if you're 7-0. You should be holding out for trades that like really, really help you where people are getting desperate.
Yeah, if I'm 7-0, I'm still trying to improve my team.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that may be, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's subjective, but still though, you know what I mean? We're pretty spot on with what we think would be better for you. You know what I mean?
He was showing he was doing a 3-for-3 trade that just seemed like kind of even.
Yeah, it's like a prep.
Like he had a couple better players that he was sending away than bringing over. And Joe said, who's looking like a dog is Rashid Rice. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because he's the next look now. Like after Kelsey, like it just seems like they're dialing up a lot of plays for him. And you got the Broncos this week. And you can almost guarantee that Surtain is not going to be on him. Because it is never the number one guy on Rice. Like never.
Yeah, and I mean, shit. And this is a case where you might even he might help out trying to help out with the efforts of trying to stop Kelsey for real. Yeah, that wouldn't be far fetched.
I mean, it is one of those things where teams are like, throw it to anybody else. We're gonna triple team Kelsey and all types of shit to him, and can't do that if you got other people producing. Okay, see, Derek says now I know E40 and Keek the Sneak. I mean, especially like E40, like when did he? I mean, because I know, I of course he's the California and selling local, but when did he really pop nationwide?
Early 90s.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers got gold and platinum joints. You know what I mean? The E40 and the Click, right? So that's him, Be Legit, which is his cousin.
Okay.
And then his sister Sugar T.
And they're all, the Click was all family, right? Like
all family, yeah.
Yeah.
Muggsy, fucking I forgot the other four guys' name, but yeah, the fourth guy was like the wackest one, or the one I would say that was whack out of the group. But like, yeah, they're all family. And what is it called? Yeah, like Sprinkle Me. That was, nationwide type of shit. Remember even 5 on it had 5 on it was getting love. I don't know about New York, because New York and like Philly, that's a different beast. Like if anything, Philly was like they were on some New York shit too, but like they also have their own shit going on, like local radios and shit like that. Is way mad different. Just like when you're in the Bay or in LA, like, and then you'll have like the sister companies, right? Like in the Bay, we got 106.1, and then they have a 106 down in SoCal too, like in LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're all kind of connected, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then like you'll see like you'll see DJs that they might move locations, whatnot. Yeah, and a lot of and that's back then too. It's like, man, like you could just like payola was real. You know what I mean? I might have like a DJ in the pocket. You know what I mean? Like E40, they're gonna be like, boom, play this shit. You know what I mean? And then when you're independent, that you say like you're getting nice play, you get nice, decent airplay. You're in rotation, like that's money for you. You know what I mean? When you're independent, you know what I'm saying. Otherwise, like that's why those major labels they'll pay. They'll pay them when payola was real. They was paying the guap and making a guap because they got their artists songs in heavy rotation, and like artists that don't really get shit. You know what I mean?
And Nicholas, what up, bro? He said 5-2, 2-5, 2-5 in Dynasty. He said first year building. Okay. And they said 3-8 in an 8-man. Yeah, see, I mean, especially Dynasty. Like if it's man, I really don't like doing like anything below 12 for a Dynasty because teams can just get way too stacked and like like get unbeatable.
Yeah, I was in a keeper league. You keep 4.
Okay.
And I was in that shit forever. And like it was like me and like 4 other teams. We were just the baddest motherfuckers ever, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like a single QB, but and you know what I mean, no crazy scoring or anything like that, no bonuses. Like our team, offensive. Our teams are putting like 190, 200 every week. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. And you had kickers and defense, but you know what I mean? Whack as fuck. But still, I'm just saying, like, and then at the last 2 years out of 6 years that league existed, I kept having to like replace fools. They're always at the bottom. They would come in and be like, new guys would come in. Yeah, I'm down. Look at the team. Yeah, I think I can work with this. They look at the league like, fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, damn. Like, look at my team. Like, yep.
That's what's tough about doing the keepers. I mean, Dynasty is a little different.
Yes.
I mean, keepers, it's, I don't know. People aren't going to be trading off. I mean, Dynasty, you can catch the right guy in a rebuild. They'll trade Justin Jefferson away. Like, I doubt that's ever happening in a keeper league where anyone's trading a top guy like that.
Yeah. I mean, it is a fun time in Dynasty right now, though, because at this time of year, you can start looking at all the 2 and 5s, 1 and 6s, offers, and they're gonna talk to you.
Yeah, because
yeah, and by now, don't let it wait to get too long where like you might be extra needy. You know what I mean? Like if you didn't need a running back right now, it'd be easy for you to buy one off of someone. At least if you're buying it off of me, because if I knew you were hurting for running back, and I was now you're giving me some leverage here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that works on the flip side. If you're 2 and 5 or whatever, you're on that we're on the next year mode. You know what I'm saying? Just collect firsts and seconds. You know what I mean? You easily give a nice star player up, get a first and a second. I swear to God.
Yeah, definitely
happens all the time. I've paid it all the time.
and sometimes you got to overpay to get what you want,
and that's usually where I'm at. I like things nice and easy. Let's just get it done.
And let's see. Pate, what up, Pate? Said, who's the top waiver wire ad out of these guys? Algier, Singletary, DeMarcado, Boyd.
DeMarcado, Algier, Boyd. I'm just saying that now because now we're back on a DeMarcado. Riding the roller coaster.
Yeah, so bad though.
Yeah, it'd probably be Algier actually, because at least Algier's a lottery ticket. At the same time, he's a fringe flex guy. Yeah. But I mean, because DeMarcado too, he still has other guys in the mix, and Connor coming back eventually.
And I don't think Ingram fully goes away. I mean, I know he didn't really do much, but
that's what I'm saying. There's still other guys. Ingram,
yeah,
Damian Williams.
Yeah, we already know Williams in the mix. Yeah. Algier, DeMarcado. Boyd, this might be a good game for him versus the Niners, but man, so fluky.
I don't know. We're actually good against slot guys if he's in the slot at least that much. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like he's plays 100% in the slot, but yeah, like Lenore's like he's decent.
And Nick said 49ers going to trade for a corner. Said Ward was getting cooked by Addison last night.
Yeah, it would be cool, man. Let's just go get Surtain. Fuck it. Just go for the gusto.
Yeah.
If not, I have another correlation. You ready for this?
Yeah.
So Steve Wilkes goes in and just calls up Carolina and says, you know what, let me go ahead and get JC Horn up off you. You know what I mean? Because we he could slot right in and he played under Steve Wilkes the last couple of years or since he was a rookie.
Yeah.
And JC Horn's not bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might be a cheaper alternative. Yeah.
Which you can't do, but maybe a change of scenery helps them.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on a bad team, you get hurt. You get really hurt, right?
Yeah.
Owie. I got a boo-boo.
And hey, what up, Magic Man Ricky? He said, good morning, Tank Dell or Born rest of season.
It'd be Tank.
Yeah.
You know why I'm saying that?
Those are just like the last guys.
I'm just saying that's the guy I think has a higher upside. Like, like this. It's with New England, no matter how bad they are, they still plan like they're this dominant team, right? They have a specific game plan every game. And I guess last week with no Juju, with what that's worth, they felt Kendrick Bourne was, had the best matchup for like a lot of that game.
Yeah.
Who did they play? They played the Bills. Yeah, duly note that. Slot receivers and outside receivers for the last couple weeks have been eating a lot on the Bills.
Yeah. The Patriots got the Dolphins this week. Hey, Gary, what up, Buffet boy?
What up, Gary?
And Marty coming in on Twitch. What up?
What up, Marty?
All right. And what did Joe say? I guess my question is flex Curtis or Schultz? Curtis. Schultz versus the Panthers. I mean, I don't even know. Panthers.
Who did Washington got this week? Oh, they got
Eagles.
And I mean, for what it's worth, they ran it up on the Eagles last time. The Eagles had to take them to overtime.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let me get let's get things pulled up here. Get the waivers going. I said going to get cracking on a week 1 to 6 Jeopardy. Okay. Could have it done by Friday. All right.
Cool.
We
1 to 7?
Huh?
Maybe 1 to 7?
If he haven't finished it yet. Yeah, he said or week 7, whatever it was. Yeah, week 7 was his past one.
Appreciate you. That would be dope. Maybe we get the whole playmakers. We could do that. If you could get that together on a Wednesday, maybe we'll see if the playmakers is down to come back for a one-off.
Tino said, who had a worse loss, the 49ers or the Bills?
Next subject.
Yeah. I mean, come on. It was the Bills. I mean, Patriots were like deemed one of the worst teams in the league.
But at least I could still say it's the evil emperor himself, right? Knowing his division opponent, you know what I mean? Needing that 300th win. Like if I knew he was sitting at 299 and this was a milestone, I would have put some kind of money on it.
And Marty, you don't have to force it for tomorrow because that would probably that would be too tough. I wouldn't.
Yeah, don't force it. I forgot today's Tuesday.
If you do next Wednesday,
that would work.
Noble doesn't have he's got 2 more games. 1 game on Wednesday this week, 1 on Thursday next week, and then he's done for the season. So yeah, that was really what was the Wednesday nights. That's why I wasn't available a lot of Wednesday nights and Tuesday nights.
Okay, how about this? The Niners are definitely a worse one because the Brock made the mistakes. And what he was supposed to show us is that even with because he's had full complement of pieces, he's been missing pieces here at times he was supposed to be the guy that you know what I mean, and it looked like they made some hell of adjustments or something, bro. And then you see my man Cam, but did you watch any of it after?
What?
When they're talking to Corky?
No.
Yeah, when they're talking to Corky, like right there on the field.
What is
the homie Bynum? He's in the back. He had his little Filipino flag out. He's like trying to just get in the camera and shit. Then you drop it. Oh shit! Fix it again. Yeah, rapping and shit. I was like, okay, yeah. It's funny too because he got family in the Bay. I don't know if he's from the Bay himself, but he got a lot of his Filipino families from the Bay, and they're all Niners, including him. Like he's a Niner fan. You know what I mean?
Tino said, man, I'm not sure if it's the Brock's fault they gave up almost 400 yards passing. They still only They still only scored 22 points. Like the reason
it was the picks when the game. Like
I'll do it so Bogey doesn't have to do it. How about this? Brock overthrowing multiple guys. You know, like very Jimmy.
And that's been a trend this year. That's one thing I wanted to point out, though, is that hitting the wide open guys on shit he was hitting routinely.
Yeah.
Like he's routinely missing them now. Like they're, yeah.
Yeah, because there was a lot of drives that got stopped on third down where he overthrew someone who was like wide open, or at least where they had enough space to where they could have caught the ball very easily.
And to be honest with you, like, okay, he's supposed to be the difference between like, oh, okay, you know, Shanahan makes all these QBs good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because then, like, you know, why I thought he was better than Jimmy's because he makes those throws down the field routinely. You know what I mean? Outside the numbers, you know, shit that Jimmy just can't do. Or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and 400 yards passing is a lot, but they still only gave up 22 points. Like at the end of the day, like Niners have been scoring.
Don't break.
Like routinely.
Hold on, I'm gonna walk my daughter out real quick.
Okay. And B Dog said, I work with a guy, a good friend of mine, who told me he traded Lamar for for Purdy and Jerome. He said every time I see him, I say cock Purdy. And the Viking Queen said, credit the Vikings D. Yeah, I mean the Vikings, they've been stepping it up defensively. And yeah, let's see. What were the scores on the last couple games? Because they've been holding teams like down a lot. I mean, 49ers 17, Bears to 13. I mean, yeah. Chiefs to 27. I mean, that is holding them down. Panthers to 13. Yeah, and then, you know, first couple games weren't that good, obviously, but Vikings have been doing better. But yeah, the Brock, I feel like a lot of that was on the Brock. That's how it goes. When you're the QB, you either you get a lot of the credit or a lot of the blame. That's just the way it goes. All right, let's get everything set up over here. All right. There we go. And Tina said, yeah, Brock threw 2 picks, but 400 yards passing is hard to win against you. No, it's not. Kirk Cousins has lost multiple games throwing like 350 to 400 yards this year. Them not being able to like do anything on offense. Like, man, I wonder what their third down, what the third down stats were, because I bet they were horrible. 5 for 9. I mean, that is not good on third down. Yeah. Only ran 53 total plays. That's also like very low.
I mean, you know what's crazy? It's 4th and 1. Boom, quick. I mean, we pound it in. Boom, get the first down. That very fucking next play, he throws the pick. It makes me mad.
And Joe said CMC blames himself. I mean, that was a real big fumble, like in the beginning of the game when they were gaining momentum, like, you know, on that first drive.
And like, you know,
everyone who made a mistake is going to blame themselves. You know why? Because their team is really good. Like when your team sucks, then nobody wants to take the blame for it.
That's also great media training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't be out there and be like, you know what, bro? Listen.
Brock overthrew.
Brock,
is like,
hey, you remember DJ Moore when he was in Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
They were asking him about you know, some of them. He's about Baker. He's like, listen, I don't know. I don't know why he won't throw me the ball.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
He's like, it was one of the rare times I was like, listen, he won't throw me the ball.
And Tino said time of possession for sure. I mean, they weren't extending a lot of drives. Like that was one of those things. Like, You don't extend drives that time of
No,
possession.
and now we possibly will have the same record as the Cowboys. It's a race to the end.
And Joe said Brock is Mr. Irrelevant versus CMC. Yeah, and I'm sure CMC expects that of himself, that he never wants to fumble. One fumble can lose a game. Like, I'm sure he never wants to fumble.
And then we got the Bengals here. And so this is gonna be a rough one. You know what I mean? And the realist in me already viewed this game and I'm fearful of it because of how you beat my Niners. You know what I'm saying? You stretch the field on this. If you can hold up that pass rush just long enough, let it play develop. Like, look at Cousins, he was standing in that pocket. Bo's about to get him down there every time, bro. But he just standing long enough to get that play off, bro. And we just, man, because Ward gets dogged every week, bro. He's dogged.
Yeah.
Every week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, let's make a trade.
And really, it's just, I mean, yeah, you need someone better out there. But Ward, I mean, no matter what, whoever's there is going to be getting thrown at a lot, no matter what.
The JC Horn thing kind of makes sense, huh? No one. They were already in the market to trade away like a Jeremy Chin. So it's like, maybe, say they might not trade one of their corners. Not to mention the guy who drafted him is over there with my Niners.
The reason why, what's his name?
Hurt.
Chin, is not being traded because he's hurt. Reason why JC Horn might not be traded because he's hurt. Yeah, because these guys might be.
You won't pass the physical, so then the trade will get voided anyway. So
I mean, we only have 1 week. It's like next. Is it next? Yeah, it's Halloween. Yeah, next week is the trade deadline. Yeah, that's what's tough. Is like there's not enough time for these guys to get healthy. By that.
Okay, fuck it. Just get Surtain. It's even better.
What do you think? You think they're being truthful? Where, I mean, at first they're shopping him, or at least that's the news that we hear, and then they said that he's going to be a part of their rebuild, so they're not moving him.
Talking about JC Horn? Oh, no. Surtain?
Yeah.
I tend to believe that. Because, once they get, it's kind of the writing's on the wall. Like, Russ might not no longer than at least maybe one more season at most, right? And then there's all this money freed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that why wouldn't they keep him? You know what I mean? And then, there's other guys like Josie Jewell. He's on his second contract, right? He's what is he, 27? You know what I mean? Fucking, who else?
Singleton, I think, is
Singleton's up there too.
Mm-hmm.
He's 28. So, I mean, they're going to get young and fast. And then, they'll be able to pay guys like Surtain.
What the fuck? Tino said Taylor and Brittany have a TD handshake. What?
No, now they're going to show it all the time.
Let's see. Tino's showing it right now. Let's see it.
Oh, come on. Lame.
Yeah. Super lame.
We don't even have a touchdown handshake. I'm upset. I'm upset about it.
Oh, they're creating it. It's the debut of their touchdown handshake.
Oh, come on, now you're just jinxing it.
They didn't even do it. I don't know. They said it's cute, right? No, it's not. And Peacock, what up? He said Texans are not expected to make a splash before the trade deadline.
Okay.
It wouldn't. I mean, sorry.
They don't got a first, and they don't got. You know what I mean? They it would be like.
I feel like we're getting. If we're gonna get a move, it's gonna be an offensive guy. People don't even care about the defensive moves before the trade deadline. I mean,
Judy's
we'll talk
hurt.
about it, but
so Judy's hurt too. That kind of hurts his case, and then right,
yeah.
Who would be on the move? Maybe a Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean that's something that's been talked about all season.
Because he's also has, it's still a rookie contract. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the last year of it, but it would be like a team that's making a push, right? Like, okay.
We talked about Daniel earlier. He's hurt, so he ain't getting moved.
Yeah, he has like a high ankle.
Yeah.
Who makes?
Like, is there any running backs at the? See, it's crazy because like the Ravens don't even like need to go trade for a running back. Like they're doing
just to keep their pockets loaded. Why not?
Let me see.
I remember that was what the Chiefs when the Chiefs traded for Lev Bell. Remember they had Clyde, and then Clyde was like upset about it.
Peacock said that y'all always say they don't have a first round pick, but they actually do.
Oh, for real?
Because they had multiples, right?
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting they got the Browns joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. He's like, hold on. He's like, Gaga. Wait a second. I always do say that because I keep
because they don't have their own.
Yeah, they don't have their own.
They don't have their own. Yeah. It's funny that they traded theirs instead of the Browns, but it's probably the other team wanting that pick, thinking it's going to be higher.
And they're like, ha, had you fooled.
And Derek said, hush, you beat me in the dice and in the 21. Congrats, bro. Thanks, man. It's been a rough go at it in some of these.
I went 10-4 again in the dynasties or the hustlers. Felt good.
Yeah, let's see in the dynasties how I did. 1, 2, 3. 4.
I guess it's easier for me to have a better ratio because I'm only in 14, not 24. And you're in 25, right? Because you got the inaugural like.
So I got 18 dubs. I'm in 27 dynasties.
Nice.
So 18-9. Yeah, and then me and Derek had a barn burner in the draft day dice, and he had Ayuk and someone else, and he has Kelsey on his team because he fucking stole him from me.
My bad to be allowed. I just remembered it.
But I got TJ Hawkinson, so at least I didn't fall off in that category.
Hey, TJ Hawkinson died like 3 times yesterday. He came back to life like a motherfucking Frankenstein.
Like he just kept coming back for me.
It's a zombie out there. It's Halloween. He's like, fuck that. Get off me. It's tight end appreciation week. Get back in there.
Man.
And then Kittle, the inventor of it.
He said,
2 years in a row now. He's the one. He's like the odd man out on tight end appreciation week.
So Derek said, oh, hey, what up, Yuck? What? Man, he said COVID could not take out your boy. What up, crew? Man.
Oh, man, Yuck, man. Hope you feeling all right, brother.
Yeah.
Where you at, Yuck? What state you in?
He's in Massachusetts.
Mass. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And Derek said 6-1 in the 18, 4-3 in the 21. All right. My undefeated team still remains in the 16. And
cool.
Let me see how many of these dynasties I have a losing record in, if any. Let's see. Because I know I do.
I got 1 undefeated.
Number 20 is bad. 1-6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know what was weird?
7. Damn it. 7 out of my 27 teams are have losing records.
You know what's crazy, bro? And right after the games yesterday in League 23, my the records are, well, at least my record already changed. It was already like, it was at 4-3. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
After what?
Like right after the Monday night game.
Yeah. I mean, it happens pretty quick.
It usually doesn't switch till midnight.
Now it's been happening faster.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, whoa, because none of the other ones were yet. Maybe, I guess it's sleeper.
Yeah, I've got a handful of these teams that are really good in the dynasty, and then I just have a few that are just like completely shitting the bed.
For what it's worth, that big first bye week, that one really got me. But to go 10-4, I was like, okay, because there was a spot in 22. In 22, I had literally like 2 spots open. I just had nobody.
Yeah,
I left him open. I didn't want to put a bye week guy in there. Just it's lazy.
Man, yeah, this is some bullshit. In the 20, I have the most points against by far. Like,
well, at least it says that they're on paper.
Yeah, I mean, nobody has over 2,400 points. Actually, one person has over 2,400 points. But I have almost 2,600 points against.
in the East Side League, jumped up from 5th to 1st. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm not a type of celebrate anything like that, especially when everybody's 5-2, like all fucking 6 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this shit could flip any moment. It's got to stay above water.
And you know what? I think in this 20, I think I'm just officially going to go into rebuilding mode. Because I see some things that are
moving.
Yeah. 1-6, and I got screwed with
Rogers? Is that a Rogers team?
with a few injuries now. Is Pesos and Fields over here, but that definitely screwed me over. I mean, I started Tyrod Taylor. He's not the reason why I lost.
Did you get teabags?
No, I got Taylor.
Pause.
But all right,
let's do it.
Yeah, but just throwing it out there. Guys like Eckler,
what
could be on the move. I got the Najee Warren stack for the right price. That could be on the move.
What?
I got Diggs, Ridley, and Godwin over there.
Do I have any picks right now in that league?
Let's see.
In 20, it's a Burrow. That's my Burrow golf team. Oh no, I don't, because I ended up buying Chase and St. Brown, huh?
Yes.
I mean, I wanted to have my Burrow, Chase, and St. Brown golf stack.
You're a savage. Yeah. You don't have a first.
I have a second.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you give me a skill guy that you deem's worth a second. Look at that. Look at that. You never see the evil Emperor Bill Bogard negotiate like that, do you?
Not really.
Like I gave you, well, you put the ball in your court.
Yes, it's kind of tough because
I've been dying at my third receiver spot because it's Christian Watson.
So receiver more.
Yeah, I'll do receiver. Did you end up getting Henderson there? I'll give you a third for Henderson. Oh, I don't have a third, huh?
You do have a third.
Oh, I'll give you a third for Henderson. Oh, that's right. I only spent the first for the Chase with some pieces. And then I think I sent Derek Carr for St. Brown.
Let's see. I'm looking at looking at the wide receivers because I got people who are on bye over there also. What do you think about Jameson? I'd sell Jameson for a second right now versus holding on to him and waiting for him
to
get back.
I love that. Because who are your other guys that Diggs would have to be like a first and a second if you were talking about
pretty much all the guys who I have, I'd want at least a first.
Yeah.
I'm willing to part with Jameson for a second.
You got Henderson over there too?
Yeah.
Throw in Henderson.
For a second, third, and a fourth.
That's a little much. I'll throw in my
because you already said a third for
okay.
You already said a third.
What else you got for me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll do those guys for a second, third, and a
fourth. Oh, you're right, because I did say third for Henderson. Do it. Send it.
That's for free for you. I need pieces.
Well, that ain't free. I paid for I still drafted Jameson, but this is me making moves to rebuild. You don't have a fourth.
Oh, that was just a second and a third.
No, I said a second, a third, and a fourth.
I'd never take the fifth.
All right. We'll take the fifth.
You're not taking my second, 6, and 7. I need those. We know how much you love those. Those are like where we hit on IDP, like sleepers for real.
All right. There you go. It's been sent. Yeah, this is one where I'm going to need more running back help than wide receiver help. So, and Marco said you probably drank Jameson when you drafted him. I definitely didn't, but yeah, it's one of those things where, it didn't work out. Didn't work out so well.
Okay, so we're running it back. Second, third, fifth.
Bomb.
Yeah, I already sent it to you.
Yeah. We're in there. I like it. See, for those that know, if you're ever going to do a deal with Hustler, you're going to have to overpay to a degree.
Yeah, and even then, with all of those picks, I might not even get one good offensive guy with those because your team's doing decent over here, so it's not going to be like a high second or anything. This was me maybe going against my own rules of being like just thick at one position, and Jameson's like my 6th wide receiver, I think, or like 5th.
See,
5th
you
or
know what
6th.
happened? I remember what happened to me in this league is I end up going like there's one point where I'm like I can go like Terry McLaurin, and I'm like damn, Saquon's here, but it's like whatever 4th round or 5th or whatever fuck, and I'm like boom, it's like early in the 5th, I'm like boom, Saquon, and then I just regret it the whole way because then I felt like my receivers were hurt. So then by the time we got out of the draft, you know what I mean, I just idled the buy for a couple months.
Yeah,
like, all right, now it's time. Start moving shit, bro. It all happened in like a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like boom. And then I sat on my hands for a while. And I was like, okay, now we start with Christian Watson as our 3rd.
Yeah, the only thing that saved me is saving me right now over here, which now I don't even want to be saved. Like everyone's already shitting on me. Like I don't want to turn it around right now. Well, yeah, having Taylor. So funny having Tyrod over here for fucking pesos because I have Tannehill and I had Hoyer and like I have all these random QBs, but pesos and Fields getting hurt. I mean, that really screwed me because I got Tua over here also, but he's like the lone wolf over here right now.
Hell yeah.
And Kang said, who would you rather have on your roster? Taysom Hill, Dalton Kincaid, Marvin Mims. He's already got Hawkinson. Kincaid.
It'd be Kincaid because Knox is out.
Yeah.
He's hurt. And the Taysom Hill thing, it is real when there's no Juwan Man Johnson, because Juwan Johnson is coming back possibly this week. That will kind of fuck it up, bro.
Derek said he just beat Bogey's boy Jay McTown in the 18.
Nice.
There we go.
I lost in the 19 and I have no future picks. It's all bad.
What are you done dot over there?
No, just it's just Calvin Ridley stinks up my whole team, and like Debo's hurt, and you know Cooper Kupp flopped on me this week. You know, but I got the Allen and Josh. I got the Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence though. See, and that's what's crazy because you know what I'm saying I'm crazy, and I have Brock. So I'm crazy enough at any given point, if I wanted, even if it's not this season, I'll flip a QB and get a whole like half team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a QB, like, because those are the type of QBs that people would do that for. You know what I mean? That's why I wasn't afraid to buy it. Because remember, we were in that draft. Do you remember in the Big Tons? Big Tons, he would be on a good, you know what? Putting Josh Allen on the block. I'm like, what? You just drafted him.
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. And you know what I'm saying? What do you think? We might go through like a round, like in a day, or maybe a day and a half. We might go through like a round. So it's like 3-4 rounds worth of me going back and forth from. It's like 2 weeks. Finally got Josh Allen. Bob was like, yeah, I wanted to have like a super duo, right?
Yeah.
Not that super this week.
Yeah, I really want to, I want to acquire another piece in the 21 somehow, but I don't have any picks.
Me neither, bro. I bought CMC in that one. I was like, shit. But I gave up Josh Allen too, the black Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And like, so like that other DL spot is detrimental, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I was trading for Kelsey. That's why I traded away my first and my second.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I'm so glad I don't have my first and my second because I have Kelsey.
I'm mad at you. Who was that? That was Dad, huh?
It was crispy. First and a second, and Frankie Louvu and something else.
You know, I'm rolling up for that one. That should have made me upset.
Man, I'm so glad I don't have my
I
first.
know. And you know what's crazy is I think I might have jinxed myself lightweight because I took solace in like people getting mad when I got CMC. I was like, yeah. But you know what I knew? I was like, it's an arms race. in that one, it's an arm. Me and you been going after that one in the arms race since the draft. I think me and you both traded back to acquire picks.
And all my QBs have gotten hurt, but I've still been able to win because my team is so stacked.
I mean, you beat me with a Jonnu Smith in a superflex.
And man, Jonnu balled that game though. he had like 20 or 19 points, something like that.
He put up more than most of the QBs that week. That's just funny.
Oh man,
this year's hella funny, bro.
It's wild. It's wild, and nobody has QB depth because there's so many QBs that are hurt. Because
I'm just glad in places I have three that I have three, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even think I have three in 21.
Man, it's crazy because Wan'Dale Robinson and Jonnu got started.
I got whack and Lawrence in that one. Yeah, it's kind of whack.
Man, everyone who drafted Drew Tranquil is going to be happy now, right?
Yeah.
Nick Bolton's out. He's actually going to be able to get used.
And they're actually a good defense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it might be. It's actually, and because you'd say everyone ran over the Chargers all the time. So when he was with the Chargers, he was racking it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Derek said, Hush did the same thing to me in the 21, beat me with Jonnu in the flex. Hey, man. Had to do what I had to do this week. It was tough. It was tough. I guess it wasn't so tough. Derek only put up 281. I put up 426.
Did I lose in 21? Was that one of my four that I lost in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Sorry, Derek. I had to do you that way, man. Everybody on my team balled. Literally everybody. My lowest scorers, Tavai with 8, Warner with 8, Wan'Dale with 4. Those are the only guys who scored single digits. Seems good. If anyone needs any DB help, I got got a lot of DBs here that I'll sell for some random picks.
Might go back shopping.
Looks like as of right now, top 6 teams. Me at 6-1, Chaotic at 5-2, Bogey at 4-3, Derek at 4-3, Sticky Picky at 4-3, Silky Johnson at 4-3.
I just dropped 2 in a row in that league. That's what happened there. Because I lost to you last week in this league.
You still went up. Probably because of points over Derek.
Derek,
because it says, Silky Johnson. I think he was above like everybody because it says everybody got a +1, jumped up a spot.
That's what that means. Look at that. You learn something new every day.
Silky dropped 4 spots this past week. Yeah, you don't want to see the red on you there. It's not cool.
Yeah, that is true. Shout out to Kay.
Yeah, I hope she's doing all right. I know she was kind of sick.
Oh, that's what. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, man, everybody, it's that season, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it's not crazy to wear a mask when you're in public places.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? How people will be sick and just go out in public places. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what they say? Well, I got things to do. Oh, they don't give. People say, oh, I got to go to work, man. I got COVID. I didn't give me no COVID pay. I'm like, damn, what do? You don't tell nobody?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
There's some shady motherfuckers out there. I know a guy, he does Uber and shit. I'm not going to say his name right now. It's the homie Remedy. He's like, man, the guy at the Ronas. I was like, fuck, I'm just wearing a mask. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up, man.
Totally.
You're like giving it to everyone, probably. They pick up. That's just crazy.
But there's no like COVID relief pay or anything, right?
everybody was milking the fuck out of that shit. That one was like a big ass scam. Like if you wanted to like use some kind of bailout money somehow, like okay, dude, give everyone a virus, and then the economy is gonna have to get bailed out because if no one can work, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
diabolical.
I was still talking to Barbarians, and he was like, "Man, it's still crazy that I like met you off the internet like a couple years ago." I was like, "I know, right?" I was like, "Most people like COVID really fucked them up." I was like, "But like COVID somehow pushed me into what I needed to be doing and introduced me to a bunch of people that I needed to meet."
It's funny too because my girl says the same shit. Because like before this, like I mean, I always connect with people with the music. That's different though. You know what I mean? It's different, you know what I'm saying? Because especially like with the type of music that I kind of gravitate towards, usually like, you know what I mean, some street shit.
Super Saiyan.
What up, Super Saiyan? Yeah, but then you know, you meet, you know, it's just like when we used to do like songs with fools back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of gotta like know who this dude is. You can't be jumping on a track with a snitch or something, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just had to know like some background shit. And then like, you know, when I got comfortable just on doing like this online shit for real, it's like, you know, it was really just about people that I thought was genuinely they're doing. You know what I mean? Like you were legit. Boom, this guy's legit. Like, you know, all them other IDP, whatever the fucks guys.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they're all whack. They're not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't proclaim the IDP shit. You're not any good, right? They're like, oh, but this dude Hus, he's legit. I remember I was just tell Robbie that. Like, bro, if it was legit, bro, I checked the shit out, bro. You know what I mean? I knew my shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's crazy how me and Steamboat we're running like parallel lives.
Exactly. And then I'm running with Steamboat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's crazy though, because even when he first started like checking out the shit me and you did, he'd be like, yeah, dude, he's real chalk like me. I used to call him the chalk goo. You know what I mean? Steamboat Joe the Guru, aka Diamond Joe, aka the Chalk Goo. When I used to do the intros for the show, he'd have like 11 nicknames.
Yeah.
I would just make whatever mood, and he was funny too because he would come like when we used to do a show right after the Monday night game. You know what I mean? He would get off work, and we, you know what I mean, and that is like it's the decompressor. You know what I mean? Reviewing the whole week. You know what I mean? Because Mondays I used to watch every fucking condensed version of the game again.
Yeah,
right? And then I have my little notes and we just go at it. You know what I mean? And it was dope because he'd have his notes and shit. And like it's funny how nerdy we were at it. You know what I mean? Even though we're getting faded, especially me. You know what I mean? But he'd be like a mess if he was off having a bad week in fantasy. There'd be sometimes, I'm like, no, you're coming. You're not gonna. He's like, I feel like I'm just gonna go home tonight. No. You're coming to do the show.
and Yuck, he said COVID definitely helped me connect with some great people like y'all, though, for sure. I mean, shit, meeting Bogey somehow by hook or by crook, the Cannabis Guardian Angel, BS Barbarians. I mean, literally everyone who's in the chat like every single day. Like, man, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, life's a movie.
Yeah,
life's a movie, and you know what I'm saying. There's all kind of starring roles, and you know what I'm saying. And I don't know. For me too, I just believe I'm on that universe shit. It always I always feel like it puts me where exactly I need to be. You know what I mean?
And see, and I totally forgot. And Barbarians, his birthday is the 28th. Sounds like it's another Sagittarius right there.
See, there you go. Yes.
Yeah.
What? I fucking knew it. And his boys 2 days. And Rose, I got the same birthday as Rose.
Yeah.
It's funny too because he did say he's like, I feel like I know Bogard. and then it's funny because then it's so much so that he sends you a picture. He's like, send this picture to Bogard. You know what I mean? Because feel like he might have met me or something. You know, I've been through LA shit like that. I never met him, but he hella looked like someone I know though too. You know what I say? And you know that's one of those things too that he felt strongly about it to send the picture because it was like because you know he don't like to show his face anywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is the guy? I might know that guy. You know what I mean?
Super Saiyan said, would y'all trade Olave and B-Rob for Henry, 12 man? Probably not. I mean, it just seems like a little too much. Man, you hear about Olave getting arrested?
It was Olave or is it Justin Ross?
Both.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Okay, I got one share of Olave, literally.
He got arrested on suspicion of reckless driving.
Oh man, that's a misdemeanor shit, bro. Well, actually, it depends what state. Yeah, actually, reckless is a felony. Actually, oh no, I'm just saying because I know felonies are worth like deemable.
He was driving 70 miles an hour in a 35-mile-an-hour zone.
But suspected? Oh, because he probably got caught on one of them cameras.
Maybe. But he did get booked. He got booked and released. I mean, I'm pretty sure he bailed out. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't.
Should I call Spencer the Guru?
Yeah, because I mean, where was the game at this week?
It was in NOLA. He was at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was able to go party over the weekend or do he's into some shit.
Call him. Call Guru. See if he answers. See if he can give us any boots on the ground info. But yeah, that was last night. He got booked and released at like midnight or like right before then or something.
Okay, so it wasn't even over the weekend.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wouldn't have got booked and released that. I mean, he wouldn't have got released that fast.
No, he probably bailed out. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hey, get up, Spencer Gruber. Hey, get up, Spencer Gruber.
Forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 337-35494.
Well, at least he can get his whole number.
And Tina said, now that I think about it, I knew about bogey shows for a while. It wasn't until COVID that I started listening.
Yeah, and Tino actually, if you go back to the 2019 like episodes, right? Like before COVID.
Audio only?
Yeah, the audio only. Like Tino got on there.
Okay.
Got on there twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, had some calls. He had some calls there too, and we didn't even know we were birthday twins back then. I just want because he always have like opinions in our thread that I agree with. You know what I mean? And so I like bring. I'm like, yeah, bring him on. But then also it's because like, oh yeah, we're us. You know what I mean? I didn't even know it. It's like, yeah, I'm bringing him on. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted him to be like a regular for real. And then like we used to bring on Steamboat's brother. And that's another guy we could tend to have like similar ideology. And then like another thing that's more important though, we all disagreed with Steamboat like 90% of the time. You know what I mean?
And so reckless driving in Louisiana is 25 miles per hour or more over the posted speed limit. It could be up to 90 days in jail. I mean, that's like the maximum. So you already know that he's not going to do any jail time or anything. But I'm trying to find out if it's
points on your license.
I'm trying to see if it's a felony or a misdemeanor.
Or points on your insurance, I should say. I mean, and that's not going to be a suspension this year anyway, even if it was, and it's not going to happen.
I mean, we're too late into the season.
Yeah, I mean, and Melvin Gordon got DUIs and motherfucking didn't get suspended one day.
Yeah.
He was going like 90 or something, like that the motherfucker.
Well,
Justin Jefferson, or what's his name? Addison. Smashing in the Lambo. What was he smashing in?
You know what it didn't say. And Devo said, remember when Addison was going 140, he didn't get shit but a ticket. Yeah, because I mean, he probably hook him up with a couple tickets to a game, something like that. It's all right.
You know what? One thing I noticed, right? Kirk Cousins, when he was in that post, he was like, I'm like, oh shit, he got the accent now. He had the Minnesotan accent, bro. I was like, oh shit, that motherfucker adopted it. He's like King Minnesota out there, bro. All the mattress stores.
What up, C Money?
What up, C Money?
And Tino said, yeah, I hated my voice. Everyone kind of hates their voice, right?
You know what's funny is I always like, since I was young, rapping all the homies. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be dope. I'm watch this when I then start recording. I was like probably like 18, right? And then hear the first playback, like, that's me. That's whack. like that's hella whack. Don't show no one that. You know what I mean? And then it was like, then one of the homies comes through, right? And I have a revelation, right? Because he starts He goes in there. He'd already been recording music. He lays the vocal down. Then he layers it. And then I'm like, oh, that sounds dope now. Because first, when he did the first layer, I was like, oh, he sounds whack too, like me. Like we were dope on the freestyles at school and stuff, right? Then I'm like, oh, she's layering it. And I start layering my shit. I'm like, oh, that sounds hard. You know what I mean? But then like it got even better. Like when we got better, like engineers, like, you know what I mean? When we got better at like, you know what I mean?
Philly Mike OG said they're literally debating and voting on the brotherly shove being banned. Yeah, it won't be though, because if you look at like how all the rules like get changed, it's usually based on like injuries. Like that's why the kickoffs changed and like, you know, all
is
that
that the case against this? That they say it's dangerous in the trenches to do that or something? Like what's the case against it? Or is it's too easy? They think they're like no one will ever stop the Eagles like that. Like
yeah, I think it's just maybe they don't have a lot of things to like potentially change. So that's just one of the things.
Okay, Legion of Doom, right? Legion of Boom, I should say. I fucking hated them for the longest, right? Right? Did they not? Did the Legion of Boom not? Didn't they change the rule on them?
Yeah, couldn't
hit them within the 5 anymore.
No more headhunting anymore after that.
No, not just that. I'm talking about once you get off the line, how many yards is it before you can't touch them?
5.
5, right? Before that, what was it? It was shorter than that. Was it any at all before that? This is like 2011.
That might have been. I mean, might have been longer. I don't know.
2011, 12ish when then they changed the rule. Like you're like, oh, you can't touch them now for X amount. And then like Pete Carroll, you know, he's like over the top. So like him and Dan Quinn, this is when him and Dan Quinn and Gus Bradley and all them, they're all together, right? So hell over the top. So like they're run drills. So like these guys are wearing like gloves that are like your hands are like this. So it's like, okay, now you can't use you have no use of your hands. Now beat them.
He said Olave was driving the same way as the homie did in Eminem's Stand video, mad about Kamara getting all the dump offs.
That's funny. He's mad at car.
Yeah, he said Philly Mike said they made the rule back when where the defense can't push.
There you go. That's what it was. I knew it was something specific. Yeah, bro.
They just can't stack the line on offense.
It's motherfucking, but it was Seattle though. It was one team on defense. It was just like, no, they're too dominant. And you know what's funny too is who gets rules changed on them hella quick. It's fucking Belichick and them, because they'll figure shit out and they'll whip it out at the best times. Like for example, it was there was them against the Ravens, right? And this is the 2014 season. This is when they went on to go win it and beat Seattle, right? And so it was a divisional. And here's fucking the Ravens are smacking them, bro. And they're like, they need some kind of juice, right? So then they have a play where they fucking you know what I'm saying? It's like a flea flicker to fucking Edelman, and he throws a big one down the field and score a touchdown, get some energy, right? Boom, they get the ball back, and then now they put like the offensive lineman like out. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They put him like at super out wide, like you know, wider than normal, and then like boom, he ends up scoring a touchdown, and then fucking John Harbaugh's livid because it's like, you know, it's not against the rules to not check in, right? To make them
not on the line,
eligible.
Right? Yeah, if you're not on the line, right?
Yeah, if you're not on the line, exactly. Yeah. So now immediately by the time they get to that Super Bowl. And I'm talking about like, so this is like maybe a month later, they already enacted that rule. You have to announce yourself and that became annoying because it was like it was excessive. Because as soon as everyone saw Belichick gonna do that, oh shit, we could do that shit. You know what I mean? And John Harbaugh was hot. What the fuck? Ooh. And you know, Bill Belichick's over there in sleeveless, like, I knew that was gonna work.
What up, Lee? He said Goff or Cousins in week 8. Goff's got
Raiders, Goff. But then it's like you can't. How do you get off the Cousins train?
Yeah, I mean, they got the Packers. Like, man,
he has the Packers.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough for the Packers offense, bro. Minnesota, like this last 5 games now, bro. They're holding teams to like, what they hold the Niners to?
17. I don't know how many yards.
See what I'm saying? No, they've been holding everybody to like 20 and under in the last like month.
I'm still sticking with Cousins by hook or by crook. He's got that 350.
Is he at home?
Back pocket. He's not at home. They're in Green Bay. That's what Goff's got going for him. But it's also Tuesday, so we're just remember.
I'm going golfing, bro. Again, I'm going. If the teabagging can get the teabagging the Raiders, here comes fucking Detroit, bro. You golfing.
And Stranger said, I saw a stat before last weekend that said the brotherly shove is about 85%. So do what the other 15% did next. I know, right?
Mm-hmm. A couple weeks ago, somebody, I think it was like the McAfee, a couple days ago, McAfee pointed out that even New England tried to do it last week, or not last week, but 2 weeks ago. But then they looked like they're gonna do the brotherly shove, and then they threw a pass out of it.
I faked it.
Yeah. The fake shove.
Tino said the brotherly shove is 92%. I think that's what it went for last season. I think for the whole season. But the reason it's 92, you see the t-shirts for 92%. That's the Kelsey's podcast. They call their crew the 92%ers. But it's obviously because of that stat specifically. But that's why you'll see those 92% shirts keep going and going.
If they ban that shit, that's some bullshit.
I don't think they will. I mean, I don't even know what legs they have to stand on behind that. And Reborn Jungle, Thielen or Nuka? Both. Who else you got in there? That is like that you can't start both of these guys?
I'll play both of them over a Devontae Adams.
Or a Devontae Smith,
Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, there's a lot of names that I would play.
Hollywood Brown. You know what I mean?
Both of these guys are top 12. There's not 12 guys that I would play over these guys like right now. Like it's just not.
Yeah, and you got two of them.
Yeah. You got the two best free agent
picks. He's gonna come back and like, oh, I got Tyreek and St. Brown. Like, oh, okay. I got Tyreek, St. Brown, and Chase. Like, oh, bravo.
It's crazy because that could actually be
the case.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Thielen and Nuka were free agents in most leagues.
Exactly. Like, oh,
yeah, but you better come stunting. That's the only way. You come stunting with it, and then we'll make the choice on who to sit. And we're gonna get into the waiver wires like right now.
Of it, I play Puka over him.
And Marco said, drop Stafford for Minshew. Stafford's got the Cowboys this week. Minshew's got the Saints this week. Oh, man. Is he going to do it again? Like another team that he's not supposed to do good against? Going to go out and just have a Minshew game? 302 touchdowns. A rushing touchdown.
This is why, like, you can go back to 2019 and it's just the Minshew, the Ginsu, bro. It's just, I love the Ginsu, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm the wrong person to ask, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because he does this. He does like the bad matchups that he's not supposed to. Everyone he shreds them up.
Philly Mike
the Browns.
Philly Mike OG said, I think it's going to be interesting when the Niners play Philly because Hargrave might have some insight on how to stop the shove. Yeah. I mean, because that's one thing. If your team's the best at something, like your defense is probably the best at defending it as well because you practice it like so much.
Yep, that'd be cool.
And it said that you can't stop Kelsey and Hurts is strong for a QB. Yeah, he just looks different. Like we saw when who was it? When Cousins is going for it yesterday, and like fucking Warner just like jumps over like right away, just destroys them. It's like when Hurts is in there, like I don't know, his head's like all the way up Kelsey's butt, and man, somehow, some way, they got the aerodynamics to like just find the crease every single time in the line.
Okay, Tom Brady's 1 yard conversion rate. What's that? Let's look that up real quick, or someone in the chat.
It's probably insane,
right? Because and that was very unique the way they did it. You know what I mean? Because then everyone tried to copy them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Just
91.3%.
91.2. Oh, it's not 92.
Nope. 91.3.
It's not 92.
That's for an entire career, though.
It's pretty fucking good. It's like whenever they like, and think about this. They rarely went for it. He played through an entire decade where they barely went through it for it on fourth. You know what I mean? like you had to be in their deep in their territory to be like, okay, we're going for it on fourth. You know what I mean?
And the bot boy said player safety, quote unquote, easy opt out, can't do the same type of a thing on a field goal, etc. Kelsey even said it on the podcast. It's a painful play to run. Yeah, but he also said that he can't like there's like a couple times when you can go to like where people like really got hurt, but he says it's not a play that like gets a lot of players hurt though either.
It's a yard.
Maybe painful to run because there's always a scrum and there's always a fucking there's always a pile, you know. But
and everyone knows it's coming.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You know it's about to be like it's a unified, like, all right, wall versus wall.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah. And of course it's painful for Jason Kelsey.
He's
like right in the middle of it. Like literally, like just in the middle of all the 300-pound monsters. Like right there, all 10 of them, or all 9 of them, however many are on the defense at the same time.
For real though, he does be joking about like you know what I'm saying, like about like, you know, number of concussions like he thinks he might have had. You know what I mean?
That's all offensive linemen though on all those.
Yeah,
because that's like
exactly.
play you could potentially get a concussion as an O lineman or a D lineman.
The rattling of your brain over and over again in your head of the force of the fucking whiplash and even just stuff like that.
Literally going heads up every single play.
Yeah, and then not to mention the literal helmet to helmet every time.
Yeah,
like every time, basically.
For sure. Yeah, it's horrible. And Reborn Jungle said I was going to trade for either Thielen or Nuka. That's why I was asking. I'm just not loving the Panthers offense. Yeah, I mean,
I'm with it. Give me Nuka.
Like no matter what about the Panthers offense, it's like it's all running through Adam Thielen. So I would just try whoever you can get cheaper out of these two. That's what I would try to do instead of getting attached to one of the names.
I just thought of something.
What?
Because even I've been saying how like the smart teams they know how to attack my Niners, right?
Yeah,
you get them with the receivers and the outsides, and Puka killed us in week 2. You know what I mean? And then that's the Rams. And then here's McVay. I mean, a McVay disciple, fucking Kevin O'Connell last night. Just like, okay, this how we can beat him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah, and Tino said the issue is what do you ban exactly? Yeah, because he said the QB running, the line diving. Would you take he said you would take an essential play out of the game. Well, yeah, but they also took kickoffs out of the game essentially pretty much, for the safety of the game. But yeah, I wonder what would they even ban? Like your entire team, like getting in that tiny little circle?
You're not going to ban it this year, obviously. It's the top year, right? So it wouldn't be enacted.
Well, they're talking about this year for next year is what they're talking about.
Like the off season. Yeah, because they vote every year, like right after the Super Bowl, they have the league meetings, and then they vote on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not gonna happen this year, but like the more and more motherfuckers get hurt in this play specifically, then it's gonna like sway it for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember just 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, because 6 years ago they enacted it, I think. But when like you can sack no one anymore and just destroy them and then land on them and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's unnecessary roughness.
Any kind of hit in the head, like
I remember when they made the zone, right?
Yeah.
Anything from like the fucking basically the shoulders up, they're gonna count that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anything from the knees down, they're calling.
Yep. Unnecessary roughness. I mean, I remember days when they used to chalk block offensive linemen.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what I mean?
Fucked up.
It's the fuck fools up.
His knees just getting busted.
Yeah, tight ends would do it too. Shit.
Knees getting busted and torn in half on like a regular basis. Might have made guys tougher though too, right? When you're taking those hits and you don't, you withstand, makes you tougher. That's for sure.
I mean, shit. I remember when they used to like have practices, like for real, with pads and shit and hitting and you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, shit. They can't even do the 2-a-days anymore now, right?
Yeah, that's a long time ago though. Now.
I mean, but still,
I think,
yeah.
Well, when they made it, you can't, because then even for the longest, like Belichick would have the extra day, so they didn't do 2 days, but he would have the 6th day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And now those are just walkthroughs even for them. You know what I mean?
Jeannie said, "Who's a better streaming option, Carr or Bryce Young?" Carr against the Colts, Bryce Young against the Texans.
I'll play Carr.
Yeah,
it's ugly, but we're doing it.
Let's see. What up, Tim? He said, "Good morning, 6-1." He said, "Those leading the pack, salute." Oh yeah,
good shit. Let's get it.
And South Sea, what up? Got offered Diggs and Waller for Amon-Ra Hawkinson. Thoughts?
No.
Now I'm holding. Puffin McSkidholes, what up? Love that name. He said, Sutton or Judy going to be getting traded to the Panthers. I feel like they don't want to trade Sutton, but he's like the healthy one. So if they I don't know.
And you know what? At this point, for the sake of the places that I randomly have Sutton, I almost don't want him to leave because he's the only one that eats over there.
Yeah.
But you know what? You probably would trade him because he has a mini bag on him, right? So you move him and then you see what you got with the Mims kid and or whoever the fuck else they got, Dulcich. You have some young pieces there because you're basically gonna have to tear it down and start over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or as they call a retool. You remember when they were saying Seattle was tearing it down and Seattle no, we're retooling. They really meant it. They're just retooling. You know what I mean? Denver's gotta rebuild this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Puffin McSkittle said you would ban the pushing of the QB forward. Okay, or not allow player to line up like that in a legal formation. Okay, yeah.
Okay. I mean, but it's not.
That's why it's the brotherly shove, right? Because he's getting
right in his tush.
Yeah. And Tino said, I hate the QB hit rules. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, still one of those things. Is we want our QBs dying. They're already dying.
It hurts fantasy badly. Not everyone has a Gardner Minshew as a backup, and you're yes, to Ginsu, because he could actually remember. I was always thinking that was the case. It would be better for a Pittman and all those receiving options, just because the Ginsu can actually slice and dice, and he knows the fucking offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it sucks. You know what I mean? Look at we didn't even get to see the magnitude of what Rodgers and Garrett Wilson could be. They were now we're back.
Literally,
now we're back to Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson.
First 4 plays.
Fucking A, right? Just that's just an example of it. If Kirk Cousins went down, that would suck. Fuck. You would hope for Nick Mullins to come back off of fucking IR, and because if not, it'd be that rookie.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fucking something.
And Marco said, didn't they ban the Fumblerooski or the annexation of Puerto Rico? It's not the annexation of Puerto Rico, the Fumblerooski. Maybe. I don't know. Because the way that the Fumblerooski works is you grab the ball, but you put it down on the ground. It's I don't know. Is it illegal?
I remember when quarterbacks never would slide.
Yeah.
Running quarterbacks.
Yeah, or you slide head first.
Yeah, you take a dive.
Just jump.
You call that the Steve Young.
Yeah.
He's just diving in that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. All right. What up, South Sco? He said bang, bang, Niner gang.
Bang, bang.
And it was the Clemson, Philly Mike said it was the Clemson player that grabbed the dude's butt and dug in there for more, and he's the one who got flagged.
Really.
A lot of dirty stuff happening at the bottom of that pile.
He just got caught. That's all that was.
Philly Mike said Tom Brady took a massive shot in 2001 and started sliding after that. Probably had the PTSD every time he saw a big ass linebacker coming at him or a big lineman. And Tino said, for reals, Rodgers still got hurt with the rules. Said would have had Rodgers' ankle ripped off. Said if I can hit the upper part of his body, you can still go for the ball. And if you miss, yeah.
I mean, okay. I remember when, by the time was it 2013, right? You know what I'm saying? I just remember this because my child was 5-6 years old at that time. Right, my oldest, at least, right? And then my boys, my boy, his son, same age, and he's doing. And now they're coaching though, right? But they're coaching Pop Warner. They're wearing like pads for real, right? Type of shit. So like, but they all had to take a course, heads up football course.
Yeah.
Because now you teach to not hit at all, leading with the helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that was only 10 years ago they started. So now, like, you know, but then you see it on the field though, because then those kids that were like teenagers, you know what I'm saying, at the time, and now they're in the league. You know what I'm saying? They have the technique, 10 years of playing, you know, that techniques, and then now it's just normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Before that, you were taught to like hit with your helmet because it's
a lay hat.
It's a weapon.
For real though. They'll be like, that ringing? Yeah, that ringing, it'll go away in a second.
That's what's crazy. And I just used to call it getting your bell rung. And
yeah, my boy used to like that shit. My boy Khalid McNeese, the one on the track with me. He said, bro, he's like, when I was a kid, man, y'all run. He played free safety, so he's coming. Yeah. And he's like, bro, he's like, if my shit wasn't ringing, he's like, the trippy shit is when everything goes black and white. He's like, oh, fuck. That's oh, shit. He's like, you never knew. You're a kid, just hella concussed. You know what I mean? Fucking teenagers and shit. And you know what I mean? Then in high school, he played same thing. He played free safety. Just, hitting fools.
Fuck. Salsco said, when did they stop teaching the rugby tackling? I mean, I don't know if did they ever teach the rugby tackling? I mean, that's maybe now where you keep your head up or whatever, but yeah, who knows? And yeah, it's the real ski. Said LOL, true. Hell yeah. And Tino said, LOL, bro. You can never hit leading with your helmet. Whereas Peacock, it's called spearing. It's always been banned.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, it taught you like that, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying now they're teaching you to not.
Like, I'm not talking about like literally like jumping.
Like you had to get certified to coach. And they like you had to do this course, and then it says that you can coach because you have to teach the new correct way. You know what I mean?
And Tino, I understand you're getting like very technical on it, but like, what about every single time the running back runs up the middle and they lower their head? It's a helmet to helmet, and like the person may not be leading with their head necessarily, but you're creating helmet to helmet contact. So maybe we're wording it the wrong way, but we're talking about motherfuckers still hitting with the helmet somehow. And that happened all the time. Running backs should just be running right through the middle with their head lowered. I remember that when we were doing flag football, like at like 9 or 10 years old, there was one dude who played on the team who played Pop Warner, and he would run through the line playing flag, but like his head down like that. And then I got to tell like multiple times, stop lowering your head. You don't have a fucking helmet on. It's like, I'm about to fuck someone up. So I'm about to fuck someone up if they get in front of me.
Hey, real talk, I'll get out this. I'm out the way to reach for the thing. Oh, man, this guy's crazy. I remember when I did flag football, I was hot because it was like one team name was all colors and shit, and we was magenta. I was hot, like, man, goddamn. You know what I mean? At least be the regular purple. That shit would fly. Magenta. God damn it.
And Southsco, when the Seahawks were the Legion of Boom, they were teaching that form, teaches head on the inside, which would avoid the RB's knee straight to the side of the dome if they got their helmet across the RB's body.
I mean, you know what's crazy in the league when they first made the what is it called? The unnecessary ref when they expanded it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you know what I mean? Like, fools were getting hit even more, bro. You saw hella ACLs now.
Yeah, for sure.
For defenders.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you saw a fucking, you know what I mean? Because what's he gonna do? You know what I mean? They're getting low on me, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And really, I mean, it's kind of the way that, I mean, especially like someone like Derrick Henry, like how do you tackle him? Like you have to tackle him like in his legs.
Man, if you read the scout report on Henry, it's like, okay, hit him behind the line hella times as much as possible before he gets past that line.
Yeah, he gets going. You're not tackling.
Once he gets going, it's gone. He got 32-inch arms for real. That's crazy. You know, when you look at like a lot of like your prototypical running backs, like that have like the tree trunk hamstrings and shit. He don't got that. He's like a black Johnny Bravo out there. Top heavy.
Hella top.
You know what I mean? He has the stiff arm.
Like he's got the stiff arm from hell. Like, man.
Real talk. 32-inch arms, brother. Like lengthwise. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I mean? You know why that matters? Because they used to look for that like in the cover 3 era.
Yeah.
You know how like the Legion of Boom made that popular. All those coaches started getting jobs that were in the cover 3 era. So you needed like long, lengthy corners. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, oh, this guy has 33-inch arms. Like, oh shit.
So
yeah, at least all slow and clunky.
The rule is helmet across the opposite shoulder pad when you're teaching a defensive player how to tackle. And he said on offense, they're taught to get their pads lower on tackles for leverage, but that includes a helmet also. Yeah, and so like kind of by default, there's like some helmet to helmet contact.
Yeah, and when you learn this technique, as now kids are growing up in a technique, you know what I mean? It's just it's the norm to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is funny when you see the transitions, right? Like I said, like boom, all of a sudden all these motherfuckers getting ACLs for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting low on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And shout out to Hardy Nature that just hopped in on Twitch over here. We're going to get ready to get into the waiver wires here. But if you got a question, Hardy Twitch, go ahead and get it in now before we start. And we'll just, we're going to go through offense first. And maybe actually, you know what I'm going to do? Get my team defense ready to go here.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like my young ones, bro, all of them, when they were all young, they're all late nighters like me. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's not until they start going to like something structured, kindergarten, or you know what I mean, or they gotta fucking get it. Like I'm hella excited. My son's gonna go to school soon. Get him some structure, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Fucking also just get him fuck about the house for hell hours.
Yeah,
and some structure. You know what I mean? At least.
Yeah. That's what I said. I wouldn't know about that part. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's crazy out here? There's hella alternative schools too out here.
Yeah,
where like it's same thing like public school.
California.
Yeah, because like that was one of the allures of moving out to Elk Grove. It's like they had like fucking super high rated schooling. I mean, and all different types of schools though. Like there's traditional elementary schools, and then there's the alternative shit where it's like they learn all science and like social studies. It's like all like history and science and universe shit. And I was like, oh shit, that's kind of tight.
Yeah, I feel like the micro schools is where it's at, but
that's what it is.
Hella expensive. Because they only have like 10 kids in a class though, too.
Yeah, and like when we be driving by, you see the kids are all outside there on lab coats and shit. I'm like, what? Little scientists and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we just got Noble doing hella activities now.
He's hella smart though. You know what I mean? That fool can hella read too. That shit's crazy. He's reading like a 5th grade level. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's better than 4th graders.
Yeah, he's a savage.
For real though.
All right.
Yeah, because I saw one of them workbooks he was working on, bro. I was like, let me see that shit, kid. It's like a 5th grade level workbook. He was killing it too.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's what's crazy. And like a lot of it was like YouTube, like initially with like the numbers and the letters and stuff. But I think it was just like it really was the shit being like put into a song. Because then he started getting good at like.
I mean, remember Fresh Prince, bro? Shit.
Yeah. I mean, we could still remember random shit on songs. Just because it was sang in a song. I bet you still remember the address. Scruff, McGruff, Chicago, Illinois.
Fuck, I don't even remember it, dang. 7552. I can't remember.
60552.
See, there you go. See, I knew it was. I was like, oh, you got me on the spot. I haven't heard that in years. You know, it's the one when it's the owl, right? In the Tootsie Pop commercial. The Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
It's like, how many licks to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? And then the owl, she just shites them. Let me see. It's 1 to 2 to 3 to 3. But see, and I always had a gripe with that, right? Because I'm like, okay, he licks it 3 times, then he bites it, bro. That's cheating, bro.
Well, that's what they said. Is how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may
never know. You're right. I forgot about that part.
Because it's so good, you can't wait.
It's all right. I'm not mad.
Well, that's at least what they're marketing it as.
What's the other one? Tootsie Roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna get all different types of candy for Halloween here. And you always see who's got real good taste and who's got real shit taste.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the candy.
See, and the ones who are conscious, right? Because like we'll have a bowl with all the peanut butter stuff separate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so kids got allergies. And if you don't have peanut butter shit, that sucks for the kids that don't, you know what I mean? Like the Reese's and shit like that. Come on, man. You know what I mean?
Damn it.
Can't deprive the kids that aren't allergic.
Tina said I can't eat a lollipop as a grown man, bro.
You gotta eat hot dog.
Y'all crazy.
You gotta eat a hot dog in privacy too.
What was that shit? Super bad when he got in trouble because he had all the pictures, and he was like, "Man, I could not eat any food that was shaped like dicks." It's like, you know how many foods are shaped like dicks? Everything. Oh man,
that's so funny.
And
I can imagine them dying when they're writing that part.
No,
they're like, okay, yeah, and he has like this weird obsession with drawing penises.
Derek, you are wrong. This is room temp water. It's just a room temp is 69 degrees.
What's cold water come out the fridge? What does cold water come out like the fridge as? Or like the
40, that's like 40 something, right?
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's room temp. I don't know. I'm not a room temp water guy at all. Like cold. I don't give a fuck if it's the dead of the winter in fucking Alaska. Maybe that's a different case. Maybe I'll drink some tea or something. Maybe I'll be like, give me this room temp. Otherwise, you know who's like that too? Guccini.
Oh, see, I got a question for you. How would you drink the Hennessy? Would you drink it cold or would you drink it room temp?
See, I promise.
Like if you were drinking it by itself.
We'll go. Okay, look at this. I promise you, we'll go to the liquor store, and like all the liquor stores. This is back when I used to drink Privilege all the time, right? They're gonna have Privilege on chill. I'm gonna get it on chill. You know what I'm saying? By the time we're gonna get to a point where I don't give a fuck if that shit is room temp or if it's hot. We're just
because you're supposed to drink cognac at room temp. But I mean, if you're just drinking, the regular Hennessy, might be getting mixed, might be getting shots,
I mean, like, yeah, when we was drinking Privy, it's like, I used to think it was disrespect to have like some soda or something with it. You know what I mean? Just drinking it straight and we're getting sloppy.
Yeah, I'd mix it with the Hypnotic, get some Hulk action going.
I might have had like an Incredible Hulk or two in my time. I just don't really like the sugary stuff. You know what I mean? I got hip to that quick. Then like once like I was really like, it's funny because we were drinking like Priv like before we were like 21. By the time we was 21 and going in the clubs, like I remember like I'd order like Hennessy and Cokes or something. But then it was like it was my girl actually. We were pre-fading, and I was at the liquor store and I was about to go to her house. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, get a bottle of Patron Silver. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? And I was just, and I like tequila, but I never, I'm just, it's like I'm one of those ones like, okay, if I'm in Mexico, I've drank tequila, you know what I mean? And I was like, I had a ball drinking tequila in Mexico, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? But she's like, I drank it like at her sister's birthday or some bullshit. She's like, trust me, it's fire. Like those are exact words. Changed my life. Because then I became like a Patron man. It's like Patron's the best.
Because really, like for me, it would be like a fancy bottle of Hennessy, maybe the Paradise, you would step past the XO. Not shots or nothing, but just, just drinking it and just sipping on it.
Yeah, like those are the ones that come with a cup, bro. Drinking out the cup.
Exactly, yeah. Because the fancy cognac cups, it's like it sits where it's like to the side, like I don't even know the reason why, but something with it.
I don't know. And you got to do one of these. You got to stir it around like that.
Gives the pinky up.
You know what I mean? You got to do it.
Smell it first.
The aroma. You know what I mean? You gotta do one of those. See, it's funny because I'll start off like that. By the time we start powering through about half, 3/4 of that bottle, we're just passing the bottle now. Yeah. Playing some Mac Dre and shit. Those are those times, man. This is for the Furley Ghost. Bro, okay, look at this. When he died, what was that? 2004. 2004. So I'm 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? I turned 19 like a month later. Right? I'm 18 years old, and I remember, bro, because those albums just came out, bro. And he was about to do an in-store.
You had to be 19 at that time, right? Because I was already 18 in 2004 when he died.
So 2003, I turned 18. Yeah, you guess you're right here. But he died like October, though. My birthday is in November. You know what I mean?
Well, no, but you would have been turning like 20.
Oh, okay. I'm turning 20. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever it was. We were devastated because we went to an in-store and he didn't show up. And then there was all these rumors that he had died, right? All these rumors that he had died.
And social media wasn't even the thing yet.
Yeah, it's just like you're just hearing this, he had OD'd or something like that. But it was just like he just didn't show up. And then he was alive, and then he was like doing shows. And then, like, you know what I mean? So that was like, you know what I mean? Because we wanted to, like, you know, go get our shit signed. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the only encounter we ever had was at the homie's house. Remember, I've told that story a dozen times. You know what I mean? And that was, you know, we were like, I want to say that was like a year prior to that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And that was just super random because the homie's aunt was just one of his worker bees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just super random. But, you know, that's that universe shit I be talking about. And he comes in and rolls a ball of weed. But that's a different story. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? He dies like 2 weeks later after that instance. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Could have been like the last time I like meet him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you're a kid, like we were, it's like he's like a fucking, it's a legend already. You know what I mean?
He even said one adios, motherfucker, and I'm good. He said LOL too. I'm praying to the porcelain gods. He said November 30th to be exact.
That's funny because the fucking my homie Nancy, I always reference him. That was his shit forever.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the adioses. It's the Long Islands, and those are like the sisters.
They make it blue though.
Yeah, I know. It's something else that gets
something they put in there. Yeah, some kind of.
Yeah. It was always the Long Islands for me if we were going out. And yeah, but I would have like 5, 6, or 7.
I'll look up some Long Islands. You know what I mean? You know what's crazy? I'm the type of drinker if I'm like, okay, anytime there's like a weddings, for example, it's open bar, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? You drink whatever you specifically want, right? But like when they close that open bar and then people start, hey man, what you want to drink? I always say, man, whatever you having. You know what I mean? Unless it's like some scotch or something. Because I don't do the scotch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do the scotch. Yeah, but it's always interesting seeing what kind of, like, I feel like when people like want the scotch, they're like, it's, you know, those people have money. Like they're a different level. And I just don't like scotch. But it's like, it's a status thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
When you're ordering like the McLaren 13 and shit, or like, you know, like, oh, you know, I'll be like, you know what, fuck it, give me a Louis. Give me a Louis shot.
Tino said the adios, motherfucker. Liquid cocaine, Long Island's too much. Yeah, and seeing like, I guess it depends. Like,
you don't master the art of drinking, huh? You're at the bar, like you know what I mean? Because at one point, I turn into, and I'm still like this. I just take shots of Patron, and I get a Kettle One Cran. I like Kettle One specifically because it's just a clean ass vodka. I don't want none of that flavor bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna do Long Island's only. If it's like a big glass, I just won't go more than 10 of them. If it's one of those tiny glasses, you know, because I got a lot of these places, you get like the tiny glasses instead. Like I was even thinking when we went to the whatever the hell it was.
Be them tall boys though.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be them tall boys, and then because you're supposed to see it layered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember it's funny because like whenever it used to be like, used to be my move. Like we'd be at the club or something, and it's like, you know, I want to order drinks. I just can't wait. I just go up to the flyest group of ladies and be like, "Hey, I'll buy y'all a drink. Let me get up in here." You know what I mean? Always works because I do want to get my drink. But it's also like, you're in there. You know what I mean?
And Tino said, "I feel like people order." Tino said, "I feel like people who only drink occasionally get those drinks." Yeah, and you know why?
I haven't mastered the art of bar drinking.
I don't really like drinking. I want to get like 2, 3, or 4 of those and just be like hammered off of those. Like, and like we're good, feeling good. Then I don't got to drink all night to try to hit some certain buzz or whatever.
See, I like take. See, I do what I like, right? Because saying the shots, and then the lime, then that cran vodka. I'm probably gonna take like 10, 11 pisses and shit, right?
Yeah.
But I always wake up feeling great.
And
I don't do beers when I go out. You know what I mean?
And just a heads up for anyone who's ever around me, I'm never taking a shot that anybody tries to give me. I just don't do shots.
Yeah, I don't never ask you because you say when you.
No, I know that you know. Yeah. I'll drink 5 Long Islands, but I'm not going to drink a shot of anything.
It's a little different, huh?
I just don't. I mean, I don't know. I've gotten sick so many times off of like different shots and things like over the years. It's just like I don't know.
You know what I can't do?
That reflex.
I can't like super grub. Like if we were gonna go out drinking, right? I'm gonna like
Peacock said 5 days till 10 months sober. There we go.
Like,
we're not trying to trick you. Let's smoke it up, Peacock.
We used to have it down though, bro. Because like I already know how I get. Like if I'm gonna go out and we're doing shots or we're getting bottles or whatever, fuck, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna eat super crazy. I'm gonna like have like a power lunch. You know what I mean? Because we're about to eat super bad in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Those are always great times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we always had the homie, like the Peacock homie that was like just sober. Like he just smokes. You know what I mean? Yeah. You drive. Like, yeah, you drive, motherfucker. Hell yeah. And we'd be the most annoying, man. We'd be the most annoying, man. Shout out to y'all though, man. You need those motherfuckers that's straight. You know what I'm saying?
Derek said, "I'll do 2 Long Islands and I'm good." And Derek said 5 Long Islands is crazy. I'd be dead.
He's a big dude. At one time, Huss was like, so he said, what's like a microdose? Like a gram? I was like, a microdose is like half a gram for me. I was like, damn. I'm like, but I guess like, you know what I mean? I am like more, more slender. Scrawny even.
And what I don't know what sign this is. What's the sign that looks like the M? Is it Scorpio season or?
Oh, I should know this. I don't know any of the stones or any of the things off top. I just know I know more about the astrology of everything. I know, but what's
Scorpio? Okay, yeah, Scorpio.
Nice. Shout out to Scorpios. I rock with Scorpios tough.
Yeah. Did Scorpio season already start? I know it's somewhere at the
I
end.
always got to check in on my Scorpios, bro, because they always go into recluse mode. You know what I mean?
I know a lot of Scorpios.
Yeah. Do they go into recluse mode at times?
I'm sure they do. There's a lot that I don't really talk to anymore out of ones that I've known from the past.
Like Steamboat, right? Like it's football season, so I'm gonna talk to him every day around the clock. And then he'll go in the little recluse mode, but he'll be like in like fantasy basketball mode or something. You know what I mean?
See, look at that, Marco. He said 5 Long Islands. That sounds like breakfast.
Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen.
Hell yeah. And Anthony said, yeah, we do. Okay. Hell yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to it's funny too, because my man Anthony, but we call him Tony. Right? Shout out to my man Tony. He's November 2nd. You know what I mean? And like it's funny because I don't never forget my guys. For some reason I got a whole cluster of November birthday motherfuckers that I'm close to, from Scorpios and Sages. You know what I mean? Because I'm November 30th. You know what I'm saying? But like one of my best friends in the world, he's November 1st. You know what I mean? So it was like every Halloween we would party. Like tough, that always be like remind me of that, you know. And then when I had my firstborn, she's November 9th, so it'd be like party with my friends, and then we all partied Halloween because we'd go into midnight, and that was the one where you get the extra hour, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and usually you get that extra hour, so we just those nights were lit. Many a times the people get arrested on those nights.
Yeah. November is the time where I need to chill out. I've gotten in trouble multiple times in November, September, November, and February.
Nice football save your life. Keeps you right where you need to be.
That's what's crazy. Like I swear I was arrested on November 17th one time, and that's like Noble's birthday. So not way before Noble was around.
Well, if that's if people don't ever forget their first, at least that's a better way to remember that date.
Definitely wasn't the first. That's why I don't really
Oh,
remember.
okay.
Yeah, it's September, November, and February. Those are just the months I got to do extra chilling out because those are the months that I've gotten in trouble for whatever reason. Yeah, I even had Ricky go back and look at like specific like months or like times like in the month when we were doing the reading, and it was what was it, the Mars time or whatever, whichever one's the fucked up one. That's the one where it was.
Oh yeah, when it's wartime.
Yeah.
when you know what I'm saying, you gotta keep your head on a swivel time.
Yeah, that's just time for me to sit down. That's what those times should have been. Didn't know those kind of things yet. You learn them later.
I mean, what's crazy too is it's just the laws weren't caught up.
Yeah, for sure. Because like when I got in trouble in 2014, that was the last time I got in trouble. Like even the DA was like, "Why are we still dealing with bullshit like this?"
That's crazy. We had I want to say like top 13 or was it 31?
64.
Is that what? Okay, maybe it's different in different counties or different.
I'm pretty sure 64 was the main one.
Okay, that's the statewide one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't that like 2000 first of all, 2008, 9, they already decriminalized it where we were at, where it was like an infraction. So like you got pulled over, were treated like to give you a ticket. You know what I mean?
It was always me riding extra dirty, is what it was.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, there was certain limits though. You're right.
Yeah, they didn't even, but yeah, it's them. But I'll tell you why they did it. Yeah, they didn't care about putting me in jail, but they put me on house arrest. And that shit was expensive as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Juju, who's fresh out too, though. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, I'll see. He's like, man, I miss you, bro. He's like, I'll come all the way up there and cut you and the little man up. I'm like, hell yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pay him a guap to do it. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's
funny. It's funny too because real quick story. He goes, yeah. This how wild Juju is, right? Where you been, bro? Oh man, I got 6 months ago. He's like, I've been working for 3 months. He's like, I work. My company's based in El Grove, bro. I'm gonna be out there all the time. He's like, I've been out there a couple times. He's like, I didn't want to hit you. I want to get my shit straight. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up. Then I call him like, hey, next time you're up here, you know what I'm saying? I'll come slide through, give me the little man's a cut. And he's like, you know what, bro? I quit my job. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro. He's like, but I'll come over there and cut y'all up. Though. I want to see you, bro. Like, this motherfucker is crazy, bro.
Dow Max said, should I claim Sam Hubbard or Quiddy Pay and drop Samson? I'd pick up Hubbard. I mean, he was killing it.
Yeah, he gets tackles too. And he gets at the QB.
Steven said about 4 years ago, my friend turned 30 on his birthday, November 30th.
Nice.
And we took a party bus from Tracy to San Jose, and we went clubbing.
That's where I'm from. That's where I'm from in San Jose. Where'd you go clubbing at?
I said I took the party bus back, and we all had him pull over on the freeway because we all had to.
Hey, bro, them party buses make good money, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All you do is just take foods to go party and shit. Yeah, we didn't rock with a couple of them party buses in our time with some stripper poles in there and shit.
Yeah, because really, if anybody, because one of the things that I'm gonna get going here in Vegas eventually is a weed bus. You know, where you just go to dispensaries, and we gotta have a dope one. So that's where it's gonna take some money. We need some investors for that one, guys. If you want to invest into this. It's
funny because in Vegas, all the bus drivers of any of those joints, they all sold Molly. Because even if you see them up in there and they're just waiting,
yeah,
you're like, hey, you know what I mean? Take us to woo woo. We'll give you $20 each. You're like, yeah, let's go jump in. You know what I mean? Because he's waiting on whatever party. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, they're just killing time for
sure. Exactly. And then, hey, where's it at, bro? They always got it, bro. We do the mini Vegas hacks.
just smart business, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. Then we get to where we're going off a bus. Like fuck it.
James said, should I start Allen or Goff this week? I mean, come on. I mean, I know that Josh Allen kind of fallen off a little bit, but I mean, he's still.
I mean, Jared Goff will just put up 350 on the Bucks like a week ago. You know what I mean? And then Desmond Ridder, what he put up on them. The Buck secondary is giving it up. That's what I'm trying to say.
What up, Bakes? Bakes in the house.
What up, Bakes?
He said, I don't remember the name. I just remember it was upstairs, downstairs.
Okay. You might have been at the Loft, or you might have been
right smack in downtown.
Yeah, so there's a few that are like that. That's kind of like the description of like majority of the clubs. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess if you knew the street name, I miss those days. We were downtown rats, bro. Like, you ever heard of mall rats? We went from being mall rats as kids to we were downtown rats, bro. Because San Jose has a premier nightlife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
This is where we grew up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like even all the homies that I had, like, or even my cousins that are from all out in the Bay, they would always like, "Bro, I'm going to San Jose." Okay, for sure. Maybe when you're out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but because we're gonna be out there, bro. Like, it was just always popping, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's everything was walking distance. So just like we before the Ubers, we always took cabs. You know what I mean? Always took taxis and shit. Shit was lit. Back in the days. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. All right, we're getting into the waiver wire, guys. So if you do got waiver wire questions, keep them on topic of whatever position we're going through. Let me get this marked down real quick. And here we go. We're going to start on the QBs. Let's get it. All right, here we go. Waiver Wire Tuesday. We're starting off with the QBs. Let's get down to biz. And we're only talking guys who are 60% or less. And we're always trying to deep dive. Sam the Wolf at 57. I mean, I doubt he's available in your league, but he's still technically making the list. And everyone always puts up some numbers on Philly. Their DBs have not been the best. Let's see.
Oh.
Baker Mayfield, 33%. He said that he re-aggravated something, but he said it's no big deal. Said it's more of like a pain tolerance thing.
He was like his left hand or something like that. Is that what it is? Because that's what he was dealing with last week.
I'm assuming it's the same thing of whatever he'd been dealing with. He's not someone I'm going to be jumping out the window to try to get to play on a Thursday. If it was on a Sunday, maybe. Buffalo, they've been pretty hit or miss on defense ever since they lost Trey White and Matt Milano. It's been making a difference. Let's see. Derek Carr, 34% rostered. I mean, that might be the pickup of the week that I would be targeting. I mean, Indy. I mean, we saw what PJ Walker is able to do to him. We've seen what other guys are able to do to him. Bend don't break defense. They can get after the quarterback sometimes, but they're super fluky.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Carr at 34%. He might be the pickup right there. Desmond Ridder versus Tennessee. That's another solid pickup just because Tennessee gives up booty to the QBs and the wide receivers. And hey, we got our man BS Barbarians in the house. What up, bro?
What up, BS Barbarian? I didn't know you was a Sagittarius too, brother. Let's go. We're the best.
It's a bad matchup for Gardner Minshew, but Gardner Minshew 8% rostered, and somehow versus these teams that he's not supposed to do good against, he ends up doing good.
It's funny how that's been my that's been my analysis on him.
Yeah,
slices and dices, but he does the things that you're not supposed to do against those bad matchups. You kind of just roll them out. Especially, I'm not saying, I mean, obviously super flex people playing him, but yeah, single QB, I might even play him if I'm in a pinch here.
Yeah,
he got weapons and he throws it. He's gonna run a little bit.
And this is just all ugly. Like, I don't even know if there's. I mean, who else? Bryce Young versus Houston. Not excited to go get him. Jimmy G versus Detroit. I mean, they are inside. It is Monday night. They said that he's expected to come back this week, but still ugly.
I'm not mad at that one, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Monday night game also, so you just hope that you're not down by a bunch and he just wills you to victory.
or you got a fucking a lot of playing from behind on paper.
What do you think about McCorkle Jones? Because of course he was dropped like crazy, so he's only 8% rostered right now, going up against Miami.
It's like I put him in the same category as like a Ritter, kind of. You know what I mean? Like someone like, okay, it's a matchup where you should eat, but it's like,
What if here you go? Here's one for you. What if a guy like Ritter's not available, but Teabags is available?
I'll play Mac Jones.
Okay.
Because then the Teabags is playing
Chargers.
Ooh. And the Chargers are all beat up too. Like Derwin James kind of beat up too.
Yeah.
You know what though? I'm still play the fucking I'll still play McCorkle.
Think Mac Jones parties? Because they're in Miami. And I know that is something.
He's married. But he's known to smoke a cigar and pop a champagne near too.
Okay.
With his wife. He's kind of a pretentious fucking damn, I need to memorize that better.
Hold on, I got you.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow. Figuratively speaking.
19 points this past week against Buffalo, something he shouldn't have done. And now he's got Miami and Washington over the next 2 weeks. And these are teams that have been giving up a lot of booty to the QBs.
I mean, in the pinch, I had Mac Jones in my lineup in a lot of places this past week. So I was just fingers crossed. You know what I mean? That's really what you got to do if you're in a pinch here. I mean, but how about this, though? No one should be in a pinch here.
Yeah, everybody's playing this week.
The no bye weeks. So, you know what I mean? These might be just like if you don't have if you're still dealing with the Justin Fields thing and you had pick up a Hoyer or something, like, you know, you just, then maybe you're in that situation. But yeah, and that's when McCorkle Jones starts looking interesting.
Yeah, he's got to earn the Mac back. I mean, we might get a return of the Mac. I mean, this could be the week, but I mean, you better do it. God damn it.
I mean, it'll be like 2 years late. I'm waiting for the rookie version of him to come back so long. He looked like in week 1 against the Eagles, but then it's like, oh, everyone throws all over the Eagles. But that's the thing, though. At least he's been able to exploit these matchups that he could. Because last week, I think that's what we can do on the Bills moving forward. I think the Bills are sus in their secondary, like for real. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they don't got Trey White. They don't got Matt Milano. Makes a huge difference.
And then you see the boost in, like, Poyer has a good game because now it's like he's coming up to that next level too a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or he's coming up or going down to that level. You know what I mean?
What up, Chewy? He said, like the fucking stream right now. And he said, I like what my commish has you as a favorite to win the money this year. I like it. And he said, cheers, motherfuckers. And he said, my Eagles fixed the safety issue. Got to put some respect on us.
Yeah, shout out to the Eagles. You guys are fucking dangerous.
They got fired.
Mm-hmm.
They got fired. All right, here we go. That is the QBs. We're going to jump over right now to the running backs. Here we go. All right, let's get into the running backs. Before we even look, who's the first guy you think you're going for here right off the bat?
It's almost like which guy do we grab on that's going to only be like a rental? But it'd be like Darrell Henderson, single barrel Darrell, and then Deontay Foreman. And it's really just pick your poison, whichever one you deem. Because there's a world where Roshan, when he gets cleared to finally come back, you know what I'm saying? He's the number 2. Because like he's like the negative game script guy.
Yeah.
And versus like when it was just Foreman, they gave it all to him, like I said they would, but they didn't do it 2 weeks ago. God fucking damn it.
And Foreman 65% rostered. So yeah, I mean, I want him versus the Chargers. I mean, we don't know if Roshan's coming back or not, but Roshan's 49% rostered. So you might have a more realistic chance of actually getting Roshan instead of Foreman. But I'd be wanting either one of those guys. And then, of course, it's got to be Darrell Henderson. 25% rostered, scored 13 points. It was the 18 carries. I mean, just a shitload of carries. Got in the end zone. He's not going to get everything because he's not really going to be getting too much passing work. But
Yeah, but well, and then when they were in a pretty even keel, that game was like a tit for tat game, very close the whole way, very ugly game. So they were able to never abandon the run. So they might get some scenarios here because that was very uncharacteristic of them. Actually, I guess they have been doing that much work on the ground, just not to one guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one. I mean, they did still. I mean, they did still split carries because
they got in there 12, touched it 12 times. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. What did he get as far as
12 PB touches?
Yeah, 12 for Freeman. And let's see, where's Freeman coming at here? 28% rostered, going against Dallas this week, so not necessarily the best matchup either. That is another thing. And but DeMarcado, we were talking about him
a
little bit earlier. Yeah, I mean, 9.5 points, 13 touches on the ground, and then had 4 receptions through the air. I mean, we could do a lot worse than guys like him, so it just depends on how deep you got to dive. 15% rostered.
Yeah, I mean, this is these are guys just grab them up too. I'm pretty because we're expecting everyone that's at full force this week. Maybe you had a Miles Sanders, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. You don't have a Chuba or something. These are the guys that you or just grab them because you're just doing that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? If you have bullshit on your bench and you're never going to use grab running backs are the most importante because they always die. You want to house these guys somehow.
And here you go. Someone who I really dislike, but Zeke, by hook or by crook, I feel like he's going to score a touchdown every single game the rest of the way just because anytime they get in there, they're pounding it with him. He's obviously that guy. That's the main reason they brought him in there. Mm-hmm. He's got a touchdown in each of the last 2 games. So he's just hovering right around 10 points. So he's like a flex. Like during a lot of these bye weeks, I probably won't even flex him this week because we got every team playing.
Yeah, but like I said, it's another one of those guys. And then, hey, fantasy, God forbid anything happens to Stevenson. And I mean, as ugly as it may be, you got to Zeke with a whole workload again. You know what I mean? So that's another one of those guys. This is the time of year, y'all just keep grabbing all the running backs up because motherfuckers will die. You know what I mean?
Yep. How about Scam Acres?
Motherfuckers could die. I don't want to say would. But.
How about Scam Acres? Seems like he's a little bit on the rise, at least this week over the last couple weeks with his 10 carries on the ground. Only 31 yards, 2 receptions, 30 yards, 7 points. This is more of like a speculative ad if he's going to finally take over, as like the lead dog. Kind of looked like he was.
I mean, and it wasn't in their game plan because they're smart. It wasn't in their game plan to like try to run at us for real. Like I was like, I don't even know why they were trying. They're just they were shredding us through the air. How many did Cuzzo throw on up on us? 380.
Oh, was it 380? I thought it was like 350 something.
350. God damn. Still shredded.
No, 378. You're right.
Shredded. That's 380 in my book.
And so Cam got 40% of the work. Madison got 53%. Of the work as far as like snaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because like let's see, as far as like touches, Madison got 8, Akers got 10. I mean, Madison did have a couple more yards than him.
He played more snaps, so he's still like the lead. But it's like they're at the point. If there is a switch, if there is a switch eventually, it might even just be like a 50-50 thing. It's gonna be annoying. But yeah, I would stash him because you know what? Fuck Alexander Madison.
Right.
I mean, they traded for Cam Akers because he knows the offense. You know what I mean? Boom.
Jamal Williams, if nothing else, I had to pull him up just so we could see his crazy face, like on Yahoo. He's got some crazy bug eyes, like trying not to cry.
It's so not normal. Does this look normal? No.
How about now? No. So, I mean, it's crazy because I mean, now he is more of just like a handcuff, like to Kamara. But we'll see. Who knows the level of healthiness? But Indy and Chicago, you got 2 good matchups coming up. What do you think about Jaleel now? He's been kind of blah these last 2 games.
He was worth trying to plug in there on the bye week.
Okay.
And like Javonte, like it swung like within a week. Like for real. Yeah, like now he's just getting more work. It's still ugly though. It still always goes back to like one of those things where it's like, man, I just shouldn't have never touched anybody in that backfield.
Let's see if there's anybody else as we dive a little deeper. Kenny Gainwell, 34%. I mean, really, he's just the speculative ad for Swift, right? I mean, there's a time where sometime maybe just start getting some handcuffs for you guys. Mm-hmm. I don't preach it during the draft, but this is different.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, man. Elijah Mitchell, she didn't even really do anything, right?
I mean, CMC was when CMC played.
Didn't do nothing. So.
And like I promise, CMC is probably just going to be like a limited guy the rest of the year. Like just questionable and limited. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's probably like we're so beat up right now. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, really, that's probably it. Like I mean, really, there's no reason to jump any farther down than any of those guys. Samaje P. Ryan, man, he sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much covered Kareem Hunt. Maybe if there's a chance, is he borderline?
He's 65% rostered, so I mean,
a slim chance. Just take a look. Just shallower leagues, I'm sure. But yeah, everyone should be full force. We're all going to war properly. These are all like just nice little stash grabs. You know what I mean? You don't want injuries to happen, but also like this is just another form of beating the waiver wire. You know what I mean? But yeah, and Henderson's a guy that says it seems like he's useful, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Right for now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like him and then Foreman and then Roshan.
Oh, Morgan said Zach Ertz just went from healthy to on the IR. I see that. Oh, well. We'll see you soon, Zach Ertz, hopefully.
Yeah.
And, hey, we got Juggernaut in the house.
What?
All right, let's jump over to these wide receivers here. Here we go. All right, jumping over to the wide receivers here. Let's get down to biz. All right, we're only talking 60% or less. And hey, technically, Rashee Rice at 59% still makes the list. If he's there, that's someone you should be going to add double-digit points in 4 out of the last 5 games. And he's anywhere in the 4 to 7 target category over those last 5 games as well. Here's that next look.
Right.
Tyler Boyd is out there, 44%. I don't know if I'm super excited to play him over with San Fran and Buffalo over the next couple weeks, but yeah,
those are secondaries that have been kind of giving up booty recently, though, too. So I'm okay picking them up if I'm like in a bind, even if I'm just gonna stash them.
So Cooks, 38% rostered this. I mean, versus the Chargers. I mean, everybody's going off versus the Chargers. I mean, I would have recommended playing him versus them. But then you got the Rams, and you got Philly. Philly might be a good matchup for him. Rams haven't been that great of a matchup. But, yeah, someone I think you got to stash if he's available, 38%. Josh Downs, I mean, he's been killing it the last 3 weeks, and shit, he was not supposed to do what he did against Cleveland, right? Like no one thought anybody on.
I was gonna say that's. I've been trying to tell people to pick him up for the last month.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, ever since
injury, for real.
Yeah, and that Tennessee game, because really, like that's when you want to. That's when we started telling people about him, and ever since then, he's been double-digit points every single week. And Minshew loves them, 6 or 8 targets in each of those last 3 games.
Let's go. Good flex.
Yeah. Let's see. It's crazy that Dotson's still rostered in 52% of leagues. This would be the This would be the matchup. He had his best game versus Philly. He got targeted 9 times in that game. He got a touchdown in that game. His line was only 4 for 27 with that touchdown. Let's see. Curtis Samuel's only 55% rostered. He had a 14-point outing versus the Eagles last time.
Who the Chiefs got this? I mean, who the Chiefs got this week? My bad. Oh, my bad. We're in middle shit.
They got Denver.
Denver, that's right. Okay.
Let's see who else we got out here. Robert Woods completely fallen off. Gallup, no thank you. Let's see, what did Powell end up doing yesterday? Still only 4 for 64. Not horrible, but definitely not getting work like some people may have thought he was going to get. Ooh, how about Raheed Shaheed? He's kind of been hit or miss. I mean, actually, really, he's been really more miss than hit. But versus the Colts, though, might be a good matchup. 14 targets over the last 2 weeks, but just not a lot.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of targets. It's just Derek Carr sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Look at Olave. He had 15 targets, came down with like 6 grabs.
Yeah. And Tino, no, I just can't do fantasy basketball anymore. I used to, but it's so much paying attention daily. And like, if I played fantasy basketball, like I'd legit.
I'm gonna be leaving all the kind of players in the lineup. I'm sure they got ruled out like 5 minutes, 7 minutes before the game.
I got to be able to put my best foot forward, or I feel like I just can't do it. And let's see, nobody else. I mean, I know Treylon Burks is coming back. I mean, really nothing to see there. That could be it. 2-2, 46% rostered. Somehow just ending up in the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Oh, man. No matter what. 4 points. That's just like his ceiling.
Don't fall for the bait, man.
Let's see. Did Alec Pierce do any better? 3 for 53. Not horrible. Yeah, that might be it for people that we should be looking to pick up this week, because it is everyone's at full force. So really, it's only speculative ads on guys who are adding this week. Hopefully,
if Josh Jones happens to be available, you pick him up.
Yeah, hopefully you're not.
Mingo.
Guys.
What about Mingo?
6% rostered. I get a little nervous about him. Like,
I'm just saying, no, like if we're talking speculative ads, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean maybe something with the he is the number 2 behind Thielen. There's just so much of a difference between Thielen and him. And Joe said Bobo. Man, by hook or by crook, Bobo. He's been throwing down some points out there. Super wild how that's been working. I think he threw up like 18 points or something like that. Crazy. All right. Here we go. We're going to jump over now to the tight ends. Let's go. All right, here we go. Everybody's favorite position, the tight ends. Let's go. I know there's a lot of people who might go say Jake Ferguson because he's 47% rostered. I'm going to say don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Go get you a guy like Logan Thomas, who's 44% rostered. And he had his bounce back game. We told you he was going to versus the Giants. 9 points, amazing, but someone who you just picked up off the waiver wire. And I know the Eagles have gotten a little bit better against a tight end, but yeah, roll out Logan Thomas if you got to, if you're desperate. Jonnu's 41% rostered. I know Tennessee's been pretty tough against the tight end, but Jonnu's carrying like a 6-point floor, and like that's like pretty good, like that he's not gonna like goose you when like some of these tight ends could literally put up a 0 like for you. Oh man, Luke Musgrave. I bet you that's going to be someone who everyone's targeting. I'm not doing it. Not falling for it. Not falling for it. You know who I might go for though is Dalton Kincaid. I know it's not even the best matchup versus Tampa Bay, but they do have a pretty good schedule after that. Cincinnati, Denver, and then the Jets, teams that have kind of been giving up booty to the tight ends. And I don't really know how long Dawson Knox is going to be out, but the longer he's out, the more targets Kincaid's going to get. And Knox is already doubtful for Thursday's game.
Yep, Kincaid probably be like the number one ad because they're playing against Tampa too.
Yeah.
Tampa's not really faring well against the tight end.
No. And maybe Gerald Everett. I mean, we've seen the last 2 games that he's got a tight end.
He did get a quad.
Right.
So that's
we got to watch it.
If they say he's out early in the week, you know what I mean? Parham maybe? Because I mean Parham has been getting more of the targets within the 20s, between the 20s, and then when they got within the 20s in the red zone is Everett and shit.
Yeah, for sure. So
maybe he gets
that's why you got to make sure that you guys follow us on the channel here. Fantasy News Today is a show that we do every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday live at 1:00 West Coast time, where we're covering the practice reports and injury reports for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And yeah, that's really it. I don't even want to pick up anybody else.
Trey McBride?
It's maybe. Who do they got this week?
No, Zach Ertz.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the reasons why. They got the Ravens. I don't think the Ravens have been like shutting down. I don't think they've been necessarily like shutting down anybody like that, like the tight ends. All right. Well, let's there we go. There you have it for the tight ends. We're gonna take a quick break before we get into all the defensive stuff. Do a little Q&A and interact. Here we go. All right. There we go. Offense done. What up, Jeff? Would you trade Waller and Thielen for Kelsey? Yeah, I would. Not a lot of people I'd trade Thielen for, but I would trade Thielen to get Kelsey, assuming you're bringing back Kelsey, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm
flipping Waller off that big game and trying to get me to Kelsey, bro.
Hell yeah. And Derek said Kincaid finally showed up.
Yeah, 9 targets.
Yeah, Mike Mayer, not so much. Mike Mayer, not so much.
There's a matchup they like too. A lot of it came in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
A little adjustment they made.
Yeah.
I mean, they did what they if you go back to what they said early in the offseason, they want him to be like a big slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they run a ton of 12 personnel all of a sudden. I mean, maybe not all of a sudden, but just like seems like more. Because remember before they'd have like 3-4 wide receiver sets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the time.
Hell yeah.
Spreading everybody out.
All right. Just trying to get my 5 defenses here for the team D. And yeah, I don't even know. Did Mayer even do anything yesterday?
No. No, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, man, like Musgrave, right? That's funny too because what's his name? He got to that Jordan Love hooker quick got to that goddamn top 12 finish.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like even that second touchdown goes right to Romeo Dobbs and just bounces up out of this shit into fucking to Jalen Reed, man.
Right there. Boom.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, but this still counts as a touchdown pass. It's like, yo, this is sloppy.
Hella sloppy.
Like you're sloppy against the Broncos. Like,
And Frank said Olave got arrested drunk driving. No, they said reckless driving is what I read. So not alcohol related, but it was for driving over 25 miles per hour.
Did they get it down to a wet and reckless? If he was drunk? It's like a step down from like DUI.
I don't know. All right. Another bowl, and then we're going to get into the team defense here. I got 6 defenses here. And yeah, 3 that I feel like are really good for the week. And then 3 that are okay. And 2 of them are under 10% deep dive. Yeah, Corbin said 75 and a 35. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, he was over 25 plus miles per hour over the speed limit. All right. And we'll do the little intro for this and the IDP. At least the first IDP one. All right. And mark down the time. All right, here we go. What up, Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you.
And it is I, the evil emperor himself, Bill Bogard.
And we're bringing you another team defense waiver wire video. We know you guys love these videos. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. We got 6 team defenses that we're talking about here today. The first one, I mean, I feel like this is going to be number 1 for everybody. I don't even know if they're going to be available in your league because they're 63% rostered, but we got to throw it out there just in case. It's the New York Jets going up against the New York Giants. The team giving up all the sacks.
Yep, second most in the league.
Yep. So if they're available, I would go check, but that's probably going to be everybody's number 1 target, whoever's playing the Giants. Now, Miami, they were dropped because some of the matchups that they had. 49% rostered this week going up against New England. I think that's a solid matchup that you need to go pick up and start. And even last week versus Philly, I mean, it was because of a touchdown, and an interception. But either way, double-digit points this past week versus a team that, I mean, you probably didn't want to start them against. They were solid.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Atlanta Falcons versus Tennessee? So last week versus Tampa Bay, pretty solid. On Yahoo, they scored 11 points, and that's one of their best games of the season. Tennessee, Malik Willis. I don't know. I see some interceptions. Could be in the works here for them.
Yeah, because it's not going to be Levis, huh?
No. He's still never been he hasn't been able to beat out Malik Willis yet. Yeah, Levis as ready as they thought. Not that ready. But yeah, so Atlanta only 13% rostered. So if you're looking for someone on a deep dive, but who has a lot of upside potential, I think that would be Atlanta.
Arthur Smith revenge game.
Yeah. Now Detroit, they were dropped in a bunch of leagues last week because of the matchup versus the Raiders this week. 56% rostered though, so they might not even be there. But if they are, I think you could do a lot worse than Detroit, and they're at home, and it's on Monday night, so you might not even need them to do much.
Pick them up.
Always forget. 2 more. Now, here's if you're really, really deep diving. Both of these games have upside potential for the defenses, but both a little shaky at times. And the first one here is going to be the Chargers. So 4 points last week versus KC. They did get an INT. They did get a fumble recovery as well. So multiple turnovers for them. Chicago and then the Jets back-to-back for the Chargers. So not too bad of a schedule, 2 weeks in a row. And you got backup going for Chicago. More than likely. We don't know officially. And then the last team that we're going with, we're talking about a deep dive for all the deep divers out there, down to 3% rostered. It's the other New York team, the New York Giants. Look what they did to Washington last week. It was insane. It's like 6 sacks or something that they had on them, had the INT as well.
They had like 5 going into that game on the year, and then they had 5 in that game.
Six.
Wow. More than their season total on the day.
And so if there was ever like you play the matchups in certain situations, Washington is definitely like one of those matchups that you play. So even though it was bad on paper last week, the Giants, one of the better teams of the week. Now we're talking about them going up against the Jets, another team that has been really, really favorable for your team defense. That's a nice way of saying it.
Yeah.
There you go, Derek. Let them know. Smash that thumbs up for anyone watching live and anyone watching on the replay.
Let's go.
And there you have it. There's the Team D. Teams to pick up, the DST. So let me read them off again. So we had the Jets.
What?
Miami.
What?
Atlanta.
What?
Detroit.
What?
If you dare, the Chargers.
What?
And the Giants.
What?
Smash subscribe if you made it all the way to the end of this video and you haven't hit it yet. What the hell is wrong with you? Hit subscribe. Turn on the notifications. Do it now. That's a way that you can support the show for free, is by subscribing. Don't be a cheapskate. This advice isn't worth at least the thumbs up and the subscribe. Hit it now. Hit it now. And we're going to go over to, actually, hold on. We got Bakes. How are the Colts projected to do? So Indy versus Saints.
If you dare.
Yeah, that would definitely be a if you dare.
Saints got a bad line, huh?
They are 11% rostered. Saints are one of those teams, though. They haven't really been good matchups for the defense. I mean, I guess kind of middle of the road. But yeah.
I mean, when the Jags get a pick 6, that's you know what I mean? It's different.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just not. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with them. Not gonna mess with them this week. And Derek said I got ATL in my work league last week and I use them again this week. That's a smart play. And Frank said Chargers, Falcons, Lions.
I'm okay going after the Jets though. Even if I'm in Derek's shoes, because look at the Jets schedule too. It's not that bad.
I mean, I got the Giants. I mean, which is like the best right now, and then the Chargers. Not the best.
I'm not scared of them.
And then Vegas for sure. That's a good one. But then Buffalo and Miami. So, I mean, you got 2 good matchups, I feel like. 2 real smash matchups over the next 3 weeks for the Jets. Yeah. And Frank said, Chargers, Falcons, Lions, would you play any of them over Seattle or New Orleans this week?
To see how it got.
Seattle's got... Who the hell do they have?
Yeah.
They got Cleveland. Cleveland's been... pretty favorable. Well, I mean, I know they gave up a lot of points, but they've still been pretty favorable to the team defenses, though.
Yeah, I'll play Seattle over New Orleans.
Well, he said, would you play any of them over Seattle or New Orleans? I'm assuming he's asking about 2 different.
Oh, yeah, I'll play the Jets.
He didn't say the Jets. He said the Chargers, Falcons, or Lions.
Oh, I thought you meant any of the ones that we listed on the waiver.
And I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I think I'd just rock with Seattle and New Orleans. I mean, the Falcons are tempting, but I just don't think Gardner Minshew is going to carve up the Saints like they did.
So I'm not bad at playing the Saints either. I'll play Seattle over the Saints.
Yeah. Dennis said I swooped Cleveland last week for $3. Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah, because
Cleveland's just the best defense right now in the league.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. We got team defense out of the way, but now it's time to really get down to biz. Get you the IDP video for you IDP freaks. And here we go. What up, fantasy football hustler? Back at you.
What's happening? It is I, Reggie White. Free.
Yeah. We got another IDP video for you IDP freaks. Hit the smash the like button, hit the subscribe, turn on the notifications, because you know nobody's bringing you IDP content weekly like we are out there in the YouTube universe. Very, very slim pickings. Now, we're jumping into the DLs first. We did do our studs and duds, and if you did not see that, go check that out. We do that every Monday. And now we're going to talk about guys who are less than 20% rostered. We're really trying to dive under 10% rostered as much as possible, because we know a lot of people who play in IDP leagues play with a handful of guys where you cannot just go deep dive like that. Let's see. I do like Leonard Williams going up against the Jets this week. Decent matchup against the Wolf last week, and of course he balled out. Got
Dexter Lawrence
points. Yep, Dexter Lawrence as well.
Same breath, yeah.
I know he is not. There he is, 7% rostered.
So he's rostered.
Hey, yeah.
Just 7%.
Yeah, we talked about both of these guys like weeks ago, how they had a couple good games coming up over the next couple weeks. So yeah, some Giants players that you could pick up and add. Chase Young, oh man, I mean, going up against Philly, not the best matchup, but man, like whenever he's been playing this year, I mean, I think there's only been well, you can see it here if you're looking at the screen. For those in audio, you can't see it, but only 2 games where he hasn't produced at least half a sack. And yeah, like I mean, he was just in the backfield the entire game versus the Giants, but everybody kind of is.
Yeah. Going back to the Giants game, on the flip side of it, you check for Quinnen Williams. Where's he at? Because then, like, you know, people might have dropped him in your league because of a goddamn bye week or something. You know what I mean?
10% rostered for Quinnen Williams. So yeah, definitely available. Yeah, and really like anybody for the Jets.
Jermaine Johnson is a streaming option. He was coming on before the bye week.
Yep. Anybody this week versus the Giants, I mean, has a chance of going out there and just producing. Let's see who else we got over here. We got guys like okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name. Where the hell is he? Justin Madabuki.
Yeah, Madabuki.
Yeah, I've been talking about this guy for weeks because he hasn't put up less than double-digit points in the last like month. In the last 4 weeks, throws up 15 points yesterday. He's just been killing it. So just someone whose name is like hella under the radar, but his points through the roof. Only 5% rostered. Montez Sweat, if he's somehow available, he's right at 20% rostered. I mean, he's been a little hit or miss, but 4 games so far over 15 points. And so it's like when he hits, he's really hitting. And it may not be this week versus the Eagles, but New England the week after that, definitely going to be worth playing there. Larry Ogunjobi, man, he just keeps going back and forth with his good games and then his so-so games.
When I cut him to make room over a bye week, when he does it, right? Because then I don't recoup him when he comes back from the bye week. He kills it.
Stafford has been given up. I mean, he's been getting a lot lot of sacks, and Ogunjobi got one of those. He got 4 total tackles, 2 of them solo. And then you got Jacksonville, who has a real shitty line, who've been giving up a lot of sacks as well.
Nice. That's who we got this week. Steelers, Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's dope.
All right. Tyree Wilson. So I'm not sure how they've really been using him. This is his first game over 10 points. And he got a sack. Got it in there versus Chicago. They got Detroit, but then they got the Giants and the Jets back to back. So I mean that's just something to be ready for the Raiders in those 2 matchups. If you're ever going to try to trade for Max Crosby, trade for him before week 9. I bet just the week 9 and 10 games that he has will probably make the trade worth it just by itself. Because that's a crazy back-to-back schedule for those guys. Let me see. Might be it. I know there's some guys here who, flukily made their way into some of the top spots this week. Calais Campbell, back-to-back 14-point games there with the sack in each game and going up against Tennessee this week. Calais Campbell could be a sneaky ad if you're just for a 1-week play in the DL spot.
You ain't lying.
Let's see. Yeah, this guy Dana's been a little bit hit or miss. It's been literally every other game where he's been doing good. You can see it here for anyone watching on YouTube right now. First week, 20 points. Second week, 5 points. Then 13, then 9, then 12, then 2, then 17. But they're going up against Denver. And I know he only hit for 2 points against Denver. That was one of his bad off weeks. But man, it's just so hard not to start pass rushers versus Denver. But I guess what's his name? Chris Jones. I guess it depends if he leaves any meat on the bone.
Man, he put a 0. He put up a big 0 this last week.
Yeah.
Right?
About Chris Jones?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Unless he got QB hits.
He put up 2 goose eggs in a row. No. Sorry.
Just the one.
Just the one. Yeah. Before that, though, I mean, shit, it was 4 double-digit games out of 5. Only
that was right when he came back.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it for the DLs. I'm splitting these up into multiple videos. So anyone watching the DL video, just go check out the linebacker and the DB videos as well. And here we go. Let's jump over to the linebackers. What up? What up? Fantasy Football Hustler back at you.
It is I, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, let's get it. Another IDP video for you IDP freaks. Make sure you go check out all the other positions as well because they're uploaded separately. And we're jumping into the linebackers here. I feel like this is everybody's favorite position for IDP. And we're on Yahoo right now. And some of these guys, you don't have dual eligibility. Guys like Bradley Chubb, who you got just listed as a linebacker on Yahoo. He's been killing it the last 3 weeks. They got New England this week. He's gotten 3 sacks in the last 2 games. He's been wreaking havoc on those quarterbacks. If you can play him in the DL spot on Sleeper, I highly recommend.
Yep.
I don't like talking about Kenneth Murray, but it's kind of impossible not to, because he's kind of been killing it in 4 out of the last 5 games, no less than 18 points. At least his double-digit performances. He had a 9-point performance versus Vegas.
Got the sack on Mahomes.
Yep.
He's trying to get paid.
23 points this past week. You got Chi-Town this week, and they run a lot, and he should be racking up a bunch of tackles. David Mayo. Okay, so if our man, the code man Cody Barton is going to be missing anytime, David Mayo would be the guy who would be stepping in. I mean, he had 9 solos this past week after Barton went out, and then they got the most runningest team in the league, Philly, coming down. So Pay attention to Fantasy News Today. We do a live show every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 o'clock West Coast time, and we're talking about team injury reports, and we always include IDP in our talks.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Kendricks, if he is available, 16% rostered, 14 2 weeks ago, 20 this past week. He's a tackling machine. He's got that tackling fuel.
Tackling fuel.
I'll tell you who really has it, though. It's Nate Landman. Told you guys about him weeks and weeks and weeks
Landman
ago. He's been killing it.
He's a man's man.
Week 4, 16 points. Week 5, 12. Week 6, 13. Week 7, 20. He has really nice floor tackles that he holds. We still don't really know about
Anderson.
Yeah, we don't know what the deal with him is when they're going to be coming off IR.
Kanan Ellis only plays anchor.
Nate Landman.
Yes, it's the Landman.
The Landman can.
Landman.
Devin Lloyd. How is he only 3% rostered? I have no idea. I know he took a dip after he missed a couple games there, but he's averaging over 20 points for each of the last 2 weeks. And yeah, 3 out of the 5 games that he's played, he's thrown up at least 19 points. Go grab him. Doesn't matter that Foyo Lacune is out there getting like a crazy amount of points. Devin Lloyd does too.
Lineman.
Willie Gay, really surprised that he's been doing as solid as he has. So in each of the last 2 weeks, 17 or 18 points, double-digit points in each of the last 4 weeks. He's been pretty solid with the tackles. He did have a sack yesterday, and that's what made him put up his 18-point performance. That was the best of
Nick Bolton out. Him and I'm sure we'll talk about Drew Tranquil right after this. But yeah, him and Drew Tranquil are they're gonna get an uptick here for sure.
Yep, and Drew Tranquil, he didn't do enough to crack the top 25 because we got some of the linemen in here as well. But I know he had 16 points on Sleeper because I checked that, but he had 14 here on Yahoo. So that means he had 2 QB hits over there. Even when Bolton played, he still had like solid LB2-ish production, getting 13, 14 points. When Nick Bolton wasn't playing, I mean, he did the 15, the 18 points. So he's going to be pushing 20 a game with Nick Bolton out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if he's somehow available, let me see. What is he? What is it? Where is he? Just clicked on him. Where the heck is he? There we go. 7% rostered. 7% rostered.
Pick him up.
Pick him up.
Let's see. And that might be about it. Looking here. Bentley could be worth a pickup again. I mean, we're talking redraft and dynasty. No way these guys are available. Yeah, that might be it. I mean, we got a lot of guys there who we mentioned. So the linebacker pool, waiver pool is there's always guys who are going to be there. You just got to pick them up at the right times.
Pick them up.
So make sure you're paying attention to us because we're letting you know about guys, putting them on your radar, but we're also letting you know about guys who you need to pick up and start. Guys who you should be picking up and holding as well. IDP, you just got to be making moves. Got to keep making moves because things change very often. All right. Let's jump over to the DBs. All right. Last but not least, we are jumping over to the DB positions, talking corners and safeties. Let's get it. If it's your first time here, smash the subscribe button. And if you did not see the other videos, go check out the other videos. Now, I know Cam Bynum isn't available, but if for whatever reason he is, you should pick him up.
Pick him up.
He's probably the number one DB in the league right now through 7 weeks. Kenny Moore, resurgence from him these last 4 weeks. He's been on fire. They got New Orleans, Carolina, New England over the next couple weeks. So really solid matchups. And I mean, he's carrying a real solid floor of tackles. And he got a sack and a half this past week. Like that's
he plays a nickel, and they be sending him off the line.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So because he's playing nickels and get hella tackles. And then, like, you know what I mean? He has a chance at a sack because they're gonna send him. Gus Bradley's gangster for that.
Hell yeah. Now, Julian Blackman, someone who we've been mentioning pretty much like every single week, like since like week 2 or 3, because he's really just flirting with 15 to 20 points like every single week. This past week, 23 points. And yeah, I mean, same schedule that we just said for Kenny Moore. So very friendly to the DBs. How about Jabril Peppers?
I was just about to say on the flip side of that game.
Been killing it over the last 2 weeks. 20 plus points in each of the last 2 weeks. He had one off game week 5, week 3, week 4, 14 points each. He's only had 2 games where he's had single digit points. He's all over the place. And ever since other DBs went down, they've been getting very creative on how they use Jabril.
He got a pick. He's got a sack. Like he's done it all.
He's killing it.
Tackles.
Killing it. Richie Grant. So I think he was dropped in a bunch of leagues. He's really, I mean, it's crazy. It's every third game or fourth game he really does good. Tennessee and then Minnesota and then Arizona over the next couple weeks. Those could be big for him. Yeah, it's crazy how he just goes in these waves. This guy, Barry Manilow's son, Dean Marlowe, for the Chargers. Double-digit points in each of the last 2 weeks. What's his name? Alohi. Alohi's out. And, well, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be this week, but he has been out. Derwin James has been banged up. And so he's someone who's been getting in the mix. Charvarius Ward. Doesn't matter if he's getting, toasted out there on the field or looks like he is. He's getting a lot of tackles. He got that interception. 2 double-digit point games back-to-back. And then we got multiple guys here for Chicago. Don't really know who they are, but we talked about them during the studs and duds. Jalen Johnson, 29 points. He's got some favorable matchups over the next couple weeks here. And then Tyreek Stevenson for the Bears. Favorable matchup over the next couple weeks. He had 21 points this past week versus Vegas. So if you're in a pinch in some of these weeks, because they don't have their bye week until week 13. These are guys, get on your radar. Oh, yeah, and we can't forget about our boy Greg Delpit.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Grant Delpit, 18 points this past week. Handling biz, double-digit. He's usually a double-digit guy, double-digit points each of the last 2 weeks.
Let's go.
And if Jason Pinnock is available. Not the best schedule over the next couple weeks, but I mean, he gets tackles. We see him getting INTs. I mean, he got a sack this past game. So yeah, just someone to be on the lookout for.
Oh man, I think the baby woke up.
Okay. Well, we're shutting it down right now anyways.
Yeah. All good.
So yeah, well, there you have it. There's the DBs. And for anyone who's found us first time here, smash that subscribe button. Anybody who is watching on live, appreciate you. Smash the like button if you haven't on the way out. We're getting out of here. We'll see you back tonight for Stevie B and Hammer. They are bringing you Dynasty Life. I'm pretty sure they're doing a recap and a Q&A. We shall see. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.